All right, welcome back to Capital TV. Tonight is our interview night for the first annual Sequester Hunger Games.
Yes.
Tomorrow is, the games are tomorrow, guys, and we are so excited. Tonight, you're going to meet our 24 tributes, and we're going to get a little inside look into what they're all about, what they're going to bring into the arena, and just all of that, what their training process has been with their mentors so far. And joining us, we have our wonderful Sequester sweethearts. We have Muna and Dash, some winners in their own right. So, you guys, what has it been like on the outside watching these games come together? Are there any standouts? What is this like as a fan? What do you see happening that's like, wow?
I'm personally loving how into it and immersed everyone's getting into the games. This really feels so fresh for the community, and it's so original. Like, your mind is so powerful, and I feel like the tributes are really ready to kill. So I think this game is going to be very, very bloody, and I'm ready to see it.
I think last week, seeing those who volunteered and those who didn't, as well as those who all came together and are in this and ready to go. I've seen a different light from last week to now, where a lot of people are really in it to win, and I think a lot of morals have been shifting. And like Dash has said, I think a lot of people are ready to kill and kill hard. So I'm interested to see, but also I think there's a lot of sweethearts here. I think there's a lot of people who are here to really catch the audience's eyes with love and heart, and there's others who are not, and are here to really kill and slay. So I'm here to see who those are. I'm ready to see who is on what side and who's ready to do what it takes to win and get that crown. So
yep, there's definitely a gap between moral compasses in this game. There's some people that are claiming to be those sweethearts, to be those heroes, and then some others that are not. So it'll be interesting, and it's going to be different to see how these mentors have impacted their kids. What relationships are they actually taking into the arena rather than what they're saying they're taking into the arena? So that's going to be great to see. Anything else before we begin? Any other thoughts on the games and individuals that we're going to be seeing tonight?
I think it's going to be interesting to see how the tributes handle these interviews, because, sponsors is a huge part of this game. So the game has already started. And, the sweetheart, you may be sweet, but this is not America's Next Top Best Friend. This is the Hunger Games. So kill or be killed.
Yeah, who is bringing the show? And who is not?
I'm excited to see them individually, because I know right now they're duos. There's two in each district, but are they going to come? There's only one winner, and so how is it going to be? Are they coming in it together? Are they coming in it solo, and it's all about me and how I'm going to get to the end? How is it going to turn out? Is there alliances already formed? Like, let's try to figure it out. I'm excited to see.
Yes, and so with that, we're going to start a little early, and we're going to bring in our first tribute from District 9, Giovanni. Giovanni, please come up to the stage. Come on to front. What? He walked away. Giovanni. There he is.
There he is.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I stepped away for a second.
Oh, it's so nice to see you. So, how has the last week been, first off?
It's been a little nerve-wracking. There's been a lot of rain. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Great. It's been a lot of rain, which makes it really difficult to, be a miller's son, out there in the field trying to get that grain. But, I'm feeling a little optimistic. I think that means that we're going to have a lot of harvest to pick up, and feed the rest of our district and all the other lesser districts, except for the capital. We love the capital. But yeah, that's been my week. Yeah.
Yeah, so Giovanni, you are kind of a legend in this community. You're like a wheeled out king. So what is it
Oh my
like?
God, I'm so glad you mentioned Wheeled Out because we are still currently sponsored by Wheeled Out for all of the people who have been tragically robbed by the thing called the wheel. Available still in stores. I'm sorry, go on.
So what motivated you to put your name in the reaping? Why the Hunger Games when you had so many other opportunities lined up to compete? Why this game?
I mean, honestly, I was hungry and I like to play games, and I figured that sounds like fun. But also, I just wanted to try something that was a little bit more like thematic and something I really enjoyed the Hunger Game movies, and I thought, why not just throw my name in there? Didn't really think I was gonna get reaped, and here I am, ready to play. And I really want to just go. I feel like this might be one of my last games for a while, and I really want to just go out with a bang. I'm here to give you a show. And sponsors, if you really, really, really want to get some really good confessionals, come on, man, come on. I got a lot of funny shit to say.
Oh
I've
my
been told I
God,
get a good talking
Giovanni.
head.
Giovanni.
Yes.
And
You
once
are bringing
again,
me the energy.
yes, and once again, I have to contractually obligated to say that please do purchase Wheeled Out and available in all stores. We're working on another line of products. But yeah,
Yeah. So you said that you're gonna go out with a bang because this might be a little breaksy for a while. So what should we expect? How what are some specific actions in the game that you're gonna take? Like what's your weapon of choice? How are you gonna make that happen? Can we expect explosives?
As a fiery Latina myself, we are explosive people. So honestly, I think a lot of people have seen me be very like social friendly, but I think this might be the time where you might see a little bit of more of a dark-sided, spirited sided of me. Might get myself into a little argument here and there, hopefully a showman. But I'm here to give people what they want to see. And what they want to see is Giovanni, wait, 4.0, and hopefully not robbed by the wheel. So yeah.
I love it. I love it, Giovanni. Right now there's an audience watching. A lot of people who potentially might sponsor you. Now there's other people that we're going to be interviewing. So tell me, what makes you unique? Why should people sponsor you?
Well, sweetie, I'm the first person, aren't I? There you go. But honestly, I have good longevity in the game. I think I'm a really good social player. I've out of the 3 times that I've played, I've made it to jury. And then one time again, I was wheeled out. But I really think that I'm just a very likable person, and if I'm paired with the right people in the game, then it really will help me to get far.
Yeah. So you remarked on your consistency. How has your mentor shaped you this past week? Do you think that Ryan Taylor's kind of tough love, like really hardcore approach is changing you as a player?
I mean, he forced me to rewatch the original round where I first got eliminated every single day so that I can learn from my mistakes, and see where I went wrong.
Wow.
So, some people call that tough love. I call that just love. But, I have a very fucked up background, so who knows? But I think Ryan has done a job.
Oh,
That's pretty profound. Watching your elimination day after day after day. Dash, do you have anything for Giovanni before we let him
Giovanni,
go?
I appreciate your realness. I feel like you know, if I was in the game with you, I'd want to work with you because I feel like you just are really straight up, and I like
Sponsor me.
how. What'd you say?
Sponsor me.
Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I will. But I want to know, like, are you going to take that kind of like realness and that cutting edge into the game? Like, is that your plan, or are you going to like sweeten it up? What do you think?
I think at first I'm gonna read the room a little bit and see like are people here for all of that, because I'm not about to just be first round flop. But I think I'm really well positioned to just give it my all at the very beginning and just maybe test the waters and give a little ember in the first couple of rounds, and then we start to light it up until it becomes a full on bonfire. But yeah, I'm fully planning to be more of myself than I've been able to be in previous games.
Well, very neat. We can see that you're already coming for the Hearts of the Capital, and we are so excited to see you tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining us, Giovanni. We're going to wrap this up. We're going to move on to your counterpart, Taylor, the female tribute from District 9. So thank you so much, Giovanni.
Thank you. Don't forget to purchase Wheeled Out and sponsor me.
Woo!
So excited to see you in the ring.
Do I stay here? Do I leave?
We're communicating with our stage manager for our effects.
Yes, and we love a branding queen, and you got that down.
Mm-hmm.
You're certainly got your wheeled out brand. So
That's
I'll be watching for it. I'll be watching for it.
I mean, I've heard that the ethics of the wheel they've been having a lot of meetings and discussions to kind of rebrand themselves as a company because there's been lots of allegations that they're racist. And I just think that's not a good look for them as a business. So they maybe this is finally their chance to, to support you, Giovanni, and really just,
And in 2020, this is a time where we have to hold these companies accountable, and it's just like, not anymore.
It gave me very RuPaul on Drag Race. So whenever RuPaul's like, available on iTunes.
Taylor! So, Taylor, Gaby, welcome. So, I'm going to start as a first-time player who has, quote, no idea what she's doing. How did you get into Sequester? How did you get there?
Don't call me out. How I got into Sequester. So, some of the OG Black Hat friends I have in California got me to start watching the live seasons, and then Miss Little Head Game Maker herself, who I have a giant crush on, who I think has a crush on me, told me to give it a shot, and I did. And because there were so many female applicants, I don't know how I'm here, but I am.
It's really remarkable. It's almost as if you were always meant to play these games. So having experience from other games and, other orgs and lots of friends, how are you going into this Sequester Hunger Games, a new kind of game?
2 words, winging it. It might be a little bit harder for me because I haven't really done the format before. So I'm just going to kind of do my best to throw myself into it and just kind of go from there. I'm not a super plan my entire life out person, and same for this game, but I do look forward to meeting people and just kind of going with the flow.
So we hear that Ryan Taylor has a very tough love kind of policy. What has that been like for you?
He unadded me on Snapchat and stuff, but I do get the occasional reply in our chat. I think he's just mad because he can't beat me at iMessage games. But I don't know. I guess it's one way to be a mentor, but also I guess it kind of forces us to put in the work ourselves. And you can always rely on yourself. So.
I think in the game of Sequester, the only thing you can rely on is yourself, in fact. And I think your winging it approach, there's a lot of flexibility in that, which is very, very important in a game such as Sequester that is always changing. You have no idea what to expect, and certainly not tomorrow. But how are you going to take on the social game? There's lots of people with other connections, and you're kind of new to the community. You kind of know people in the community. How are you planting your roots in other people?
Well, I have played orgs, haven't played Sequester, so looking at who's playing, I really very few who I even recognize. But I'm going to use that to my advantage because while I haven't really built my bridges with anyone, I also haven't burnt my bridges with anyone. So I hope people don't see me as an easy person to go after because of the lack of connections. I hope they use that to pull me in as a new one.
So with a lot of other players, knowing their history, we kind of have an idea about, what kind of person they are. So I want to take the time to understand about who you are. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about where you see yourself at. Are you a hero? Are you a villain? Are you whatever you want to say you are. Like, tell us more about that.
I mean, I would like to say I'm a hero. I mean, some people might disagree, but yeah, I guess people don't know who I am. I like to drink a lot. I like to have fun. I really tend to give people the benefit of the doubt, whether that blows up in my face or not. But yeah, I just I'm here, and I think that it'll be easier for me to like tell once I can like actually read the room who's there. I know I can come off as monotone. I really try not to, but like I'm not boring. I'm really fun. Like, and I want to have fun with all the people I meet. So.
Okay. So hypothetical. You get in the arena. You're there. The buzzer goes off. You're allowed to step off your little pedestal. Where do you go next? What do you do? What happens?
I'm gonna first see if there's any alcohol. Scan the room. I'm gonna whip it out.
Honestly, so versatile. Alcohol is a substance in the arena.
I can like, feel my pleasure. You know, I can make myself feel better. I can make other people feel better. I can really blow a fire up. I mean, clean wounds. I feel like it's the total package. People might like go for the guns and stuff and shoot their own hands, but I can like bust a bottle on the head and then drink it after.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, alcohol has been a very successful strategy for me in the past, so I honestly am very here for it.
Yeah, this is my brand.
Your brand, and you also have your Venmo up, which I appreciate that you're a hustler.
I
little something.
I don't know what, to all the potential sponsors out there. I'm not sure they told you how to sponsor, but I can tell you if you go directly through the Venmo, it's the fastest way to get to me. So.
All right. Well, we'll leave it at that. Please Venmo Taylor some money for her beverages tomorrow in the arena.
Yes.
She does need it. As you can see, it's her weapon of choice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Taylor. Thank you for applying to play. The Capitals has a crush on you too.
Time to get.
We're so excited to see what you do.
Yes, we wish you the best of luck, Taylor.
You guys all look so lovely, and if I can bribe you guys, I will.
Oh, well, you wouldn't be the first this week to send the capital bribes via Venmo.
I take cash out too.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Taylor.
Goodbye.
Best luck.
Bye. What? Another tribute. Zach.
I mean, if you keep me, I'll just drink.
Hold on one moment. We need.
I love how everyone has a clear brand so far. Like Giovanni has his Wheeled Out app. We got Taylor is the Venmo and the alcohol.
I like. Someone's got to set the bar pretty low. So like, it can only go up from here. I hope.
I love that mentality.
I think there is something to say about the universe. You know, there are some people that go at things and they're so eager and they want it so bad. Sometimes they just never get it, and sometimes it's the people that just vibe that get what they want. So good luck tomorrow. We're gonna bring in Zach from.
Alrighty, thank you so much, guys.
Bye, Taylor.
See you tomorrow.
Hello, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Hi, how's everyone?
Wonderful.
Great.
So,
Good, glad to hear it.
Zach,
Yes.
congratulations on being one of the 60 men drawn. I think you only had your name in there like
One time.
one time. So that is like an accomplishment in itself. And
You know, I knew it would get drawn though. I had a feeling.
you had a
I was
feeling.
meant to play, so.
That intuition.
So what's fun about you, Zach, is you're not the only Zach. You're Zach L. Zach Johnson will be joining us later, but this isn't your first time playing. You actually played last Saturday. And how would you explain your gameplay last Saturday?
You know, it was a flop, an epic flop, but it's okay. You know, 21st is better than 22nd, so I will take that.
That's a little bit.
I take it as a positive. You know, people were threatened, I guess. I don't know. They started targeting me early.
Right. I mean,
but the perks to it, I guess, is nobody's really got to see me play yet because I didn't have the time to do so. So this will be my redemption. I'm calling it my redemption island. So my personal redemption island.
what are you bringing from last week's game, what did you learn then from your first time playing that you're really excited to bring into here? And what is, what's something unique to the Hunger Games that you're excited to try out on Sequester?
Yeah, so, I'm definitely bringing, I feel like the first game I was like nervous, got to work out the nerves. I kind of laid low at the beginning. I was trying to play social, but also not be too upfront. I think that's what bit me in the butt at the end. So I'm ready to play from the gates this time, when I'm standing on my pedestal. And something in the Hunger Games that I like, that cornucopia, I'm hoping it has my Gucci brass knuckles that I talked about at the beginning, because that's what I'm bringing to the table.
Right. Your weapon of choice.
Yes.
One of our best answers was, I asked the tributes, what was their weapon of choice? And Zach responded, Gucci brass knuckles, which I found fantastic, show stopping. So maybe those Gucci brass knuckles will be there tomorrow.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Right.
You know what? I love a tribute who's not afraid to throw hands.
Right. That's what I learned. I didn't have time to do so.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So you're going to use this to your advantage, the fact that you didn't go far the last time. You have a clean slate. You can actually go in there and, lower your threat level with that information. Do you plan to do that, or do you think people are going to target you because you went out early?
So I feel like the cast is, a lot of people have played before, so I think I definitely will use it to my advantage and let people know, I was out at the beginning. I'm not no threat, kind of throw the target off me at the beginning and then come for him at the end. So.
Wow. Well, I look forward to seeing that play out.
Right. And so what has this past week been for you? Because your mentor was Kelly, District 10, howdy bitches. So what has that been like, because you probably recognize some names, you might know some people closer than others. What has it been like communicating with other tributes through mentors?
So
try to do that.
It's definitely been an interesting twist. I will say from the get-go, it was a little awkward. I mean, we're District 10, the livestock, and my mentor was a vegetarian. So, she didn't really get down with the cows that I'm chopping up for y'all at the Capitol, but we got past that. We moved along. So outside of that, she's been really helpful. I feel like she's definitely prepared myself and my fellow tribute Allie. So, in fact, today we got our Tracker Jacker pins after we took down those in training. So.
Wow.
So speaking about your district, what part of your identity from your district do you plan to bring to the games?
So, I would say we in District 10, we're hardworking, we're social, we're out in the field working with each other. So I just feel like I'm going to bring that hardworking mentality to the games.
Beautiful.
Hard work pays off in this game. So
right.
And you talked about in the last game that you played that you kind of tried to do the social. How do you think the social game or that aspect of Sequester is going to change this time around when people are kind of coming at one another in a with weapons?
So I think that's definitely going to be more fake social, I feel like, than a normal Sequester, because we're going to be stabbing everyone in the back and everyone's going to be stabbing us in the back. So I feel like it's going to be an ultimate bloodbath. But I'm coming prepared to, I'm not here to make friends. So I'm here to win a game. So
wow. Well, that's the kind of energy that us as viewers are so excited to see. And I think there's going to be many other tributes that want to play that way as well. And they're not going to want to deal with that fake shit. They're not for that. They are for some of them, this is like they've played many games. They're tired of the fake bullshit and they're ready to get down to business and fight for what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nope, I'm ready for it.
Yes. So anything else you'd like to share with us, Zach, before we move on to our next district?
I guess, one thing that I can bring more to the table is, in my real life, I am a trauma surgical nurse, and I'm used to saving lives, and tomorrow I'll be ending them. So that's what I'm ready for.
Ooh,
Wowie. Oh my
that was amazing.
Get ready to get Zach. He's
Capital will be watching. Yes.
Yes. So
watch on.
So thank you so much, Zach, for joining us.
Thank you, Zach.
Rest of your life before you enter that arena, because Boy, oh boy.
I know, I'm ready. I'm already sweating, but nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. And you know when someone says they're not here to make friends, they're going to give us good TV. So I'll be watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. And next up, we're going to have our District 10 female tribute, Allie.
Hi.
Welcome, Allie.
Hey.
So nice to see you again. So, as you all know, Allie is I'd say a fan favorite. I'd say Allie has made a couple appearances. You were in 530, 725, and then you were just in the Girl Power Mini.
Yeah.
And you played fourth after playing, I'd say, a remarkably loyal game. Do you feel like that's something that you can like pick up on and use again this time?
I'm definitely a loyal player, but I definitely want to try and be a little more cutthroat because it honestly seems like every time I play, I get better.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how we want to see it. Yes.
I'm going to try and fight harder.
I mean, I think that's one of the beautiful things about this experience is that maybe going in with this theme, it's going to encourage you to play a game that you've never played before and really take some of those risks because you can say, it's the Hunger Games. I'm going to go at them. They're not going to take it personally because we're all trying to kill each other.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to play a little differently than I usually do, especially because I've played tons of orgs too. So I'm definitely not new to the online games world.
Yeah, it's so funny because Allie, I look at you as such a kind spirit. You just radiate kindness.
Yeah.
And you radiate loyalty too. And that is hard to find in these games. So putting you in a situation where it's kill or be killed, I'm excited to see those killer instincts come out.
Me too. The last couple times, obviously, I left because of drag round, and basically I just didn't fight as hard, and I need to definitely fix that.
And now you're ready to drag these souls.
Yeah.
Period.
How bloody do you think these drags are going to get if we do see some drag rounds in the Hunger Games tomorrow? Are people going to be like, I can't even imagine it yet. How do you think relationships are going to play in this game, and how betrayed are people going to be tomorrow?
I definitely feel like everyone's gonna go out for blood. I feel like everyone's gonna be really cutthroat and try and basically just play it for themselves.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, after all, it is an individual game. It's the Hunger Games. There can only be one.
Right.
So this past week, has there been anything weird in your training, or has it just been kind of a fun new experience that you've kind of just dived into?
It's been pretty good, not really crazy or anything, but we might have another call later just to go over more things. But so far it's been pretty chill.
Yes. What have you learned from Kelly that you may not have thought going into this game? What is Kelly kind of imparted on you or reminded you of something there? Yeah.
I mean, she's definitely a badass bitch. I love her. And she's telling us that a lot of great gaming is going on with all the mentors. So I mean, it's something to look out for.
Oh, anything you'd like to share with the Capitol?
Well, she hasn't really told us anything yet, probably because we're
insight.
I think we're gonna have a call later, so I'm not really sure.
No pressure. But the sponsors are dying to know. They cannot wait to see the commentary tomorrow, where the mentors get to see firsthand as it's happening live, and they get to look to the person sitting next to them on the commentary and say, "You just betrayed me and my tributes." Crazy person. It's gonna be intense. So. Yeah. You're in the arena.
I also put my hair like Katniss.
Yes.
Get that spirit. Greatness, I assume. Right?
I'm excited.
I'm excited to see the savage Allie. Allie 4.0 is a savage. I can just feel it. and I'm excited for you.
Everybody always wants to see like me be like more feisty.
I think it would just be a whole new experience for the audience, for the Capitol, to really see you in a whole new light. And I gotta say, the Capitol is thirsty for some blood. So, Allie, we are excited to see that.
UNF is hungry and they want to be served. And I think, Allie, that you have the potential to do that. I sense there's something special about you.
Oh,
And I think people may underestimate your soft side, but like you said, if you really pull out that aggressive side tomorrow, people may not see it coming.
Mm.
I definitely
Interesting.
underestimated in games and stuff.
Yeah.
Because people oftentimes associate kindness with weakness,
Mhm.
and it's just not the tea. And
Exactly.
Allie, you've already proved that, but tomorrow it's kill or be killed, so you're definitely going to be proving that.
Yeah.
Yes, and we can't wait. So thank you so much, Allie. This
Thank
was
you.
so great having you. Enjoy your later talk Zoom call tonight. We are dying to see how that plays out in the arena. And thanks. Have a great night. Get some sleep.
Love you all.
I'll love.
Bye.
Tomorrow.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And with that, we're going to bring in our male tribute from District 12, Tim. So, Tim, come on in. He's walking.
The past 4 people we've seen so far have been phenomenal.
Everyone's so distinct.
Hello.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, so, Tim, last
Yes.
one leaped, last but certainly not least,
Yeah, add me sweating there.
out of 60 male applicants. That's just kind of extraordinary. How many times did you have your name in there?
I think I had like 9 times, so not like a ton, but I think more than some people.
Right, but you just enough to get you over that ledge and into the game.
Yeah.
So you have played before in 6-6, according to my records, and
Yes.
it's the second worst mini according to Joe the Show, a Capitol
That's it.
favorite. So do you feel you have something to prove?
I do. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we were told that we were pretty boring when we played last time. So and a lot of people have come back and played and they've redeemed themselves and they've done really well. So I feel like it's my turn to get back in there and show what I can do.
Yes, it's your turn. It's your show.
Yep. Yeah. And it's been like 2 months since I last played, so I'm ready to go.
Not too much for him. I guess what the Capitol really wants to know is, what will you bring tomorrow? What are you changing? What is it that you are going to go in there into the arena and say, this is what I'm going to do?
Yeah. So I feel like, because I did get pretty far. I got 8th place originally, so I did get pretty far, and I think I was able to like make good connections with people. So I definitely want to try and do that again. But I wasn't good at like throwing out names myself and like being aggressive. So I think it's time I switch that up a little bit and hopefully assert myself more.
Yeah, and really go at it. So District 12, kind of the underdogs, har har har, if I do say so myself. So do you see yourself tomorrow playing, or this past week, have you seen yourself playing the underdog district? Do you at all feel kind of like not only do you have something to prove about your past mini, but now you're in District 12 and you're like, what do I have to live up to?
Right. Yeah. I mean, we definitely have something to prove. But I do see in the books, Katniss and Peeta, they did it. So I have faith that me and my fellow tribute will be able to do the same.
Yep, channel their winning energy.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And so you feel like you have something to prove. Is that to yourself? Is that to the community? Who do you have to prove what to? I
think to both. Like, because I was happy with how I did, but I feel like I feel like I have a lot more like game and a lot more strategy that I can show that I didn't originally. And like this was that was my first time doing an org, but so I was still learning, and I have a lot more. I like watched a lot more Sequester, so I have a lot more knowledge about what I'm doing. So I feel like I think.
Yeah. Wonderful. And as you've said, you've been lying in wait for 2 months, waiting for the
Mhm.
right mini. What is it about the Hunger Games? What do you expect to see tomorrow, other than the bloodlust? Are there any twists that you think might happen? Is there anything that you think that you're kind of suspicious about or expecting, or you have no clue?
I really have no idea what you have, what you're gonna put us through. I feel like we're in for. It's definitely going to be pretty savage, and I'm ready for it. I'm not here to make friends. We can be friends afterwards. So I mean, if I got to backstab, I'll do it. I'm
All
ready
right.
for it.
So, in this last minute, pitch to your sponsors why they should support you. Why you? Why not some of those people that they've seen before? Why the second, what about you it's going to get you farther than some of your other tributes?
They should support me because everyone loves an underdog, right? So,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just ready to get back in there. I'm ready to prove that I don't know. I'm not good at this.
Oh wait, your nails are serving though.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ready for the war.
I'm
Were you
ready.
a stylist?
What?
Did you have a stylist?
No, just myself.
Just Bryce Williams and yourself.
Mhm. Exactly.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Tim,
Thank you.
for joining us. It has been a pleasure, and I hope that you prove what you've been wanting to prove tomorrow in the arena. I think you've got something special going on, and I think I don't think they'll see you coming. Okay.
And we will be watching. We will be
Thank
watching.
you.
And
It's good to talk to you.
thank you, Tim. Have a great
Good luck,
night.
Tim.
See you tomorrow.
Hey, bye. I'll see you tomorrow.
Next up is our female tribute from District 12, Kelsey. So, Kelsey, if you're backstage, come on up. Yes. So as you can see, this is going to be our 6th before our break. So this is our first group. Everyone, I'm really surprised at the bloodlust so far, guys. Like, everyone is really pushing that kind of Hunger Games energy, and that's kind of exciting, honestly.
I
So
agree.
Everybody is in the mindset to play and to play to win. And I think a lot of people, and I was surprised by Ali because I thought, she might be coming in with the loyal and sweetheart type of angle, but she said no. She said, I'm coming in like everybody else and I'm here for blood. And that shows what excitement is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be a cutthroat game. And it's just really exciting from our angle to really display that and to see, like, wow.
We
Right.
love a bloodbath, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kelsey is coming on shortly. She's in the bathroom, but like we've seen, we're expecting a bloodlust. Uh-oh. Come on. Now, we're a little early. We're like 3 minutes early, so we'll just take this time. Moon and Dash.
Yes.
Twists, turns, Hunger Games. What are we thinking? If you were the game makers, what would you see tomorrow? What would you throw out our tributes who we've seen so far?
I'm gonna say like maybe incorporating like the weapons and like the cornucopia, I think it's called.
Cornucopia.
Cornucopia. Yeah. I love that part of the movie just because it's so messy. And I would love to, I don't know how it would be incorporated, but if there could be a way to make that happen, I think that could make the game so interesting. So if there's a way to like, where they can actually like kill each other, not in real life, but that would be so fun to watch.
And I also think just the option of choice right away in the beginning. You know, in the Hunger Games, we see a lot of just right in the beginning. Are you going to go for all the weapons that is just all of a sudden stacked in one area where you have a big chance of dying, or are you going to go and just run away and hope that you are able to survive on your own? So it's a lot of different things. But welcome, Kelsey.
Welcome,
Hi,
Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Hey. No worries. Sorry for the. We are dealing with lots of time differences, so thank you for joining us.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yes. So, District 12 female. And this is your first time, right? So you got a bit of mystery going into these games.
Absolutely. Who knows what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, is that the way you want it? You want people to be surprised at what you do and just kind of play your game and answer questions later?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say on that.
Okay, you're holding your cards very close.
So, like I said, this is your first time. What drew you to the Sequester community, and what more specifically drew you to play the Hunger Games Sequester Private Mini?
Okay, so what drew me to the Sequester community is my boss actually plays quite a bit. Phil.
Yep.
Yes.
So I watch him play quite a bit, and it just looks fun. And then Hunger Games came up, and so I'm a reporter, and I do column writing, and I actually write a lot about fandoms like Hunger Games. So it was just a perfect fit.
Right. Wait. So you written Hunger Games fan fiction?
No, columns. Like for the paper, I usually do like analysis of like sort of like comparisons to what's kind of happening in life and the books and that kind of stuff.
That is so cool.
That is very interesting because as I was, rewatching this stuff, that it is kind of striking how many, if the tributes went back and watched, how many commonalities there is, like with the movies and like current events.
Oh
Yeah, and you probably know that as a columnist. So having studied the Hunger Games really and written about it, what do you think that's going to do to Sequester?
I think it's going to go on a lot of interesting and unique twists. That was actually something I was just thinking about earlier today. I was kind of like going through all of the different twists that they game makers in the books use, and I've been trying to figure out how those could translate to the Sequester community, and I'm kind of excited to see if my guesses are correct on any of them.
That's crazy. Well, Kelsey, my question is, let's take a look in the past. So, as someone who's really delved deep into the books and characters, my question is, which character do you find inspiration in? What kind of character do you see yourself as being in tomorrow when you get into the ring?
Oh my goodness. I feel like my answer on this will be a lot more telling than I was originally going for. So probably one of the most fascinating characters I think there is Joanna. I think that beyond just being a very ballsy character in general, she contributes a very unique angle and unique perspective to the books. Yeah, absolutely. She's my favorite.
Same. I think the interesting thing about Joanna is that unlike Katniss and Peeta, that we kind of see everything they're about, with people like Joanna and Finnick, there's just so much under the surface that we don't know about with, the Capitol has no corruption, but the Capitol corruption, the political intrigue, what it's like being a former victor. And it is really interesting how she played her game. So it'll be interesting to see. I won't spoil too much for those who haven't read the books, but
is there somebody here who has not?
Well, there might be a fellow tribute who watches this back, and if they didn't, I don't want to tell them how you're going to play. So because
Appreciate that.
we should have studied up. But I'm really excited for that because I think that's something really good to embody. Yeah.
And what has your experience been like working with your mentor?
Yes. How has Bryce been?
I mean, he's been great. We had a call yesterday, kind of just went through some of the basics. But other than that, we've been pretty much free to strategize on our own.
Yeah, so kind of more of an offhands approach. Like I'm gonna show up like on the day. I'm gonna work really hard, but I'm not gonna like step in and like play it for you kind of approach. Like,
sure what it seems like, yeah.
Or trial by fire where they just let you go and more Hamish, dare I say.
More Hamish. I think I actually called him that in the group chat.
Hamish did turn out some successful tributes.
Oh, heck yeah, he did.
So I am looking forward to seeing how the mentors, did this past week and how they turn it on tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be a crazy day. So for you, what are you hoping to gain out of this experience other than the win?
Other than the win, I don't know. It's a chance to kind of explore the Hunger Games universe in a different format, I guess. It's almost like real life, but thank goodness there's not going to be any real cannons going off or anything like that. So,
I mean, you never know.
You never know. Let's see if we get that sound effect in production. Thank you so much, Kelsey, for joining us. I am really, as someone who has had a sneak peek into some of the intro videos, I am so excited for you to play this game and for your big debut, whatever the outcome. I think you're going to make it work.
I sure hope so.
Okay. Have a great night. Sleep well.
Good luck, Kelsey.
Good luck, Kelsey.
In the arena.
Have a great night. Bye.
All right. So that concludes our first 6 tributes. Wowee! So much to talk about. So, Muna, Dash, why don't you kick us off?
I am surprised here. I'm surprised here. In the beginning, I really just thought, just these tributes coming here because, they were picked. But watching these interviews, they really came here with a fire to win. They came here with the fire, whether that be with adaptability, whether that be just fierce aggressiveness, whether that be like Kelsey and just from an angle of mystery. They all have different angles, but with the same fire to win and to get blood. So it's just been a really interesting perspective. What do you think, Dash?
I am loving the hunger. It is called the Hunger Games.
Well,
we know there's going to be games, and they're bringing the hunger. I'm loving the bloodthirst. I'm loving that people feel like they're here with something to prove, because when people come into something with something to prove, they're going to give it their all.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see because I think I know I've played this way where I came into games and I'm like, I want to make friends. I want to connect with people. I'm here for the showmance. But it's interesting to see how many people are here for their win. They're not going to stop. They're not here. Like they flat out said they're not here to make friends. So
multiple people said that. So
it'll be interesting to see if, maybe there'll be some Katniss Peeta dynamics where they don't really expect to form connections, where they say no, 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 and then sometimes they maybe they have to lean on some shoulders as they go on. Because although it is an individual game, you can't really make it alone.
You are Hannah, the game maker. You're not going to allow 2 people to win. No, you're not. There's only going to be one winner.
You never know what twists may happen. But, there can only be one. And there is no District 13. So with that, we're going to bring in our next group. Starting us off is District 4's, our first career of the night. Must I say, the first person who was volunteered for their spot. It is America's Sequester sweetheart, the golden boy, Zach Johnson. So, Zach Johnson, come on up to the stage.
Welcome. Yes.
I am so excited to talk to this boy. He has had quite the Sequester career. Zach, hello.
Welcome.
Hi. Hey,
Hi, Zach.
everybody. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Y'all all look amazing. Hi.
As
We're
do you.
here.
Thank you.
We
Thank
are
you.
excited to have you, Zach.
Thank you. So,
I'm
Zach,
ready.
you are not new to Sequester. You've been around the block.
No.
So, do you think the consistency in your previous performances will translate to the Hunger Games tomorrow?
I do. I do think that my consistency will translate. Every time I played, I've done pretty good, got pretty far, been able to navigate the game, get through the twist, get through the round successfully. So I think that I will be able to do it again. And that is why I volunteered to play this game. Come on.
Because you knew you had it.
I know. I do know I got it. But yeah,
I love that.
no, I'm excited. Yes, no, I'm excited to play. A lot of the past games I played, I heard that my game was lacking in strategy, and the one that I most recently played, they said that I didn't do enough to get their vote to win. So
Ooh.
I want to show a new side, show some new strategy, and make sure that I'm really out there gunning for it. So I'm excited.
Right. So, speaking of your last game, you really excelled in battles, fighting for your life in battle matches. It was like really impressive. It's different. It's a different kind of Sequester gameplay. I think that game was different than what we normally have. But it was wow. So, do you think that your the physical side of you, the battles, the fight is gonna show up tomorrow and destroy some other tributes?
Oh, of course. If the game maker is throwing in some challenges, you're throwing in some battles, we're ready. You want to throw a puzzle? You want to throw a cup stacking? Let's go. Bring me into it. Throw me in.
I must say,
I'm ready to go.
when I was watching that game and I was seeing how you were constantly put into the field, I was like, not Zach, not Zach. But yeah, you time after time again, you came out a victor. And so I guess another angle that we're looking at, because recently we saw your graphic come out, you and Janine, and whew, like
it was so good.
Our hearts fell. Okay, the capital just shook. Okay. So tell us, what was your inspiration behind that graphic? Because the way y'all were looking was just...
We wanted to show an innovative, futuristic, never seen before image from District 4.
Ooh.
And we wanted to put that out there. We wanted to make sure that we were looking fly, we were looking futuristic. And just to let everybody know, we are the careers. We are here to play and we are here to snap. Like, we're not... Come on, come through. I would love to see somebody else come with a better graphic.
Ooh, y'all heard it here first, and that is a challenge.
That was a challenge. You really came for the capital there, because oh my, you should have seen the comments. Even Sequester Access dropped a little, so the capital, they're not just hungry, they're thirsty.
So thirsty.
Do you think that, District 4, the, iconic for being one of the most attractive districts, do you think you're going to bring that to the game tomorrow?
We're going to be serving looks. Y'all, we have surprises planned. Y'all will love to see it. Just tune in tomorrow and you will see the surprise.
I'll be there.
You'll see the surprise. Also, I want to drop a sneak peek. The intro video for me is something never seen before in Sequester, so watch out for it.
Oh my God, you are just dropping bombs all over the place. I love it.
Love it.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So that's just wonderful. I'm just speechless. Let me go back to my notes. My oh my.
Oh my.
Already on our tip of our toes. So just to think about what you're gonna bring tomorrow.
So, in your previous games, what do you think is the one trait that is kind of carried through those games and is a testament to your great success?
Usually I am a pretty loyal player, and I like to find people that I can like ride with and go throughout the games with. So I feel like being like genuine when making connections and making sure that social is like top tier and on point is something that can definitely help me in my games, and that aids my games going through. So yeah.
Wonderful. So the loyal, hardcore, ready to battle heartthrob is what I'm getting.
Oh.
What about you, Luna?
I'm 100%. I'm feeling it.
I'm getting
Goodbye.
that. Okay,
I'm
so
good.
Zach, you've always done so well in your games. Like, and I love how you're like, I'm ready to turn it up even farther. Like, I'm here to show them why I deserve their votes. But my question is there a part of you that has any type of fear because your track record is so good that can make you a target?
For sure. I do think that this game, like, it would be easy to be like, oh, just go for that right now. Y'all want to pull a backstage move? Y'all want to pull a backstage T and get him out? Like, yeah, I feel like I would be hearing that. Like, that could be something that's going on. So I am a little bit worried about that. Like, but I mean, I'll just have to navigate it and to get through it the best that I can. So I hope that there's some twists from the Capitol that can help us not to
you never know, but we'll leave you with this. As we all know here, the easy choice is not always the best choice. So let's see how you navigate tomorrow. Thank you so much, Zach. The Capitol loves you.
We love us some Zach.
Thank you. Yes, thank you all. I love all y'all, and have a good rest of your night. See you.
Good luck.
See you tomorrow.
Joining us next will be our next career, our District 4 female career, Janine. Hello, Janine.
Welcome.
Hello. Oh my gosh, I'm not even worthy to be in the presence of such icons.
Oh, you are so worthy.
Everywhere. I can't. Oh, it's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yes. So, Janine, the last patron mini you were in was the OG Heroes versus Villains, in which our host, Muna, won because of your generous donation toward her success. So that was a long time ago. What have you learned since then? What are you thinking since then as far as Sequester goes?
That is a great question. Thank you for bringing up the moment in my life where my heart was torn out of my chest. But since then, I guess I've just learned that I seem like a bigger threat than I think that I am, because I don't know really why I would be first boot material. Like, I've played a few games, but I feel like I've gotten very lucky in them. But I don't know. That literally broke my heart, and I haven't played really much since because I'm still kind of recovering. So please don't do it to me again. Thanks.
Yes. So tomorrow you're going into that knowledge that, look, people in my last game thought of me this way. It's likely going to be this tomorrow. And you're prepared to navigate that.
Oh, totally. I've definitely grown. I feel like I'm more like fierce now, and like I've learned from my mistakes and like trusting people too much. And although I am like a genuinely kind person, and that will always be my brand, like I know in order to win these games, like you have to bring it, and you're gonna have to cross some people, and people might be upset with me, and I have to be okay with that because usually I'm not.
I want to say to you, Janine, like, I don't want you to undersell yourself. I want you to go into this game confident because you do have what it takes to win. You did not make it far in your first couple of minutes because of luck. You made it because you're an amazing player and an amazing person. So don't undersell yourself because of one first boot where you had people scared of you. Like, they came for you because they were scared of you. So show them exactly why they should be scared of you when you slay them all tomorrow. That's what I got to say to you.
I love you. Thank you for that. I needed it.
I love you too.
I know for me, and I know a lot of other people can say the same, it's that when I saw that you were playing this game, my heart literally was the closest it's ever been, because We've missed you, Janine. We've missed you. And you playing tomorrow, I know a lot of people, especially in the Capitol, are going to be so freaking excited to see your face and see your strategy and see just who you are being in that space again. And so I guess my question here is, so for me, how I know you, Janine, is to be this joyous, lovely, beautiful human being. And that just has this natural welcoming vibe. So is that something you're going to take into the game? Are you going to take your sense of loyalty, your sense of welcoming energy into the game tomorrow? Or are you going to change it up completely and have a cutthroat game? What is your angle?
You know, I gotta be honest, it's gonna be really hard for me to be anything other than my genuine self. So I think I definitely will bring my welcoming and like having people feel safe with me. And who knows what will happen if I make it a little bit further to where I have to maybe make some changes. But yeah, I find it hard to stray from my true self, but I'm also not afraid to freaking play this time because I'm tired of going out like when I've been going out. I'm here for this win. Like, this one's mine. Sorry.
So,
You got this.
what I hear you saying is that you really do value kind of these connections that you make and the relationships that you make in the game. And even if it's the Hunger Games, even if you want this win, you're still going to respect those connections, those loyalties, and those decisions you make because you know how much it means to you.
Absolutely. And speaking of like values and everything, like one of the things I value most is just like ownership and people like making these moves and then owning them. So like this time I'm not going to be afraid to hurt somebody or go against somebody because at the end of the day, if I own it, like I know it'll be respected and I know like vice versa. So I'm here to play. So watch out.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Really quick, how has the relationship with your mentor been and kind of this whole new kind of pre-gaming? You're not really talking to other tributes, but you have your mentor kind of running around for you. What is that like in terms of the game and the pre-game and getting sponsors?
I personally am enjoying it because I'm not a very strategic person. I'm very like in the moment and I take each round as it comes and I just kind of like wing it. So it's nice to have somebody like kind of helping me try and strengthen that part of myself. So it's kind of balancing me out as a player and I'm very grateful for it.
Well, I'm so excited to see you play again. Oh my gosh. I think
I'm scared, but I'm ready.
No, the Capitol is gonna love you, and I think your fellow tributes will as well. The energy that you bring into the room and to the arena. Some people are gonna need that. Some people are gonna need that to get by. These games are not easy, and you need a light in the dark. So
Yes. Janine, loyal players are hard to come by in this game. So do you think you're going to use the fact that you're known as being a loyal player to your advantage to show people, hey, if you're with me, I'm with you? Do you think you'll use that in the game tomorrow?
I 1000% will. However, I will also no longer be anybody's shield. I'm done playing it. I'm done. I'll protect you as long as I can, but then I'm not laying down on any swords this time.
No. All right. Well, thank you, Janine. We're going to move on to the next
tribute. I love you all so much.
Night.
Love you.
You too.
Good luck.
All right. Well, our next tribute, Urel, is here from District 8, our male tribute. He's coming up to the stage now. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you. I try.
Hey, little pop-off.
Okay, so
you came through serving looks.
Really quick, tell us about your stylist for tonight.
Oh, Aaron was thinking about, we are the fabric district, so we have some different kind of fabric in this, and we have a velvet in here, and we have the purple and the blue. Those are the colors of our district, and I'm really excited to be serving this look today.
Happy birthday, Aaron, by the way.
Happy birthday to him. We should sing
happy birthday.
We should sing happy birthday to him right now, a little bit.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Aaron. Happy birthday to my stylist. Woo!
Speak insane.
The
Insane.
focus came through, honey. The focus came
Wow.
through.
Wow.
The talent jumped out.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Sponsors
Yes,
out your checkbook. Wow. Wow.
Any questions? Can we please get a spin of your outfit?
Yes,
Let's
please.
I don't have the correct pants for this outfit. Oh my god, you're doing this to me right now. Alright,
They're
but
You don't have to. You don't want to.
But this
but I can do a little bit of side,
Ooh.
a little bit of the other side.
Yes, pose.
That's it.
Okay, let's get to some questions for you so people can get to know you a little bit better. So, you played once.
Just once.
What about this time?
Well,
What is it time for? Why the Hunger Games? What are you bringing to the table?
since I was a little child, Hunger Games was my favorite franchise. Like I remember that was my first book. That was my favorite movie, and that is my favorite movie. I have all the books. Like I have it in here, and I always feel some connection with this franchise, and I left with disappointment in my first meeting. I wasn't early out, and I was out in the third round, and I went to that game with a purpose, and it was the purpose to show to myself, to prove to myself that I can do this. Because all my life, I have been insecure about the English, because in Puerto Rico, I'm from Puerto Rico, and we speak Spanish as our first language. And I always has been insecure by the English. And I said, like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to apply to Sequester. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to prove to myself that I can do this. I can communicate with people. I can be myself in other language. And that dream and that purpose went out too early. And that disappointed me a lot. And I was scared to play again because I disappoint myself. And I know it's difficult to say that, but I was really scared to play again. And this meeting came through, and I was like, it's my time. It's time to let that insecurities outside, and it's time to play in this. And this time, I will not let my insecurities turn me down.
Oh my God, that vulnerability is so powerful and beautiful. And I just want to say, most of the people in this community can probably only speak one language. So the fact that you can speak two and your English is beautiful and your accent is beautiful, you are so smart, you are so valid, and you're a whole ass character. Like you bring entertainment, you bring the looks, you bring talent. Don't be insecure. Own it. You are fabulous.
Yes.
One early out does not define you.
Look, and this is meant to be. This is your time tomorrow. Whatever the outcome, you're going to get something. I hope and I believe that you're going to prove to people what you want to prove, and you're going to put on a show regardless of what happens. Because it was meant to be. This was really random. And out of all those guys, you're sitting here, and we're so happy to have you.
And I just want to say real quick that you sharing that really touched my heart, because for the longest, so English is not my first language as well, and for the longest time, I also had a big stutter. So what my biggest insecurity my whole life was speaking, and so to see you out here and still pushing yourself to be part of this community, to after that first one still come back and do this is so inspiring beyond measures. And I just want to say, like, you right now, like, regardless, you stand out. You stand out. You are a light. The fashion, the vocals, the voice, everything. You are standing out. And it just comes to show that tomorrow is going to be a whole different thing. And it's going to be a whole different narrative that you get to write. And we are so excited to see you tomorrow.
That means a lot. It means a lot to me that you're telling me this, because I remember watching you in Heroes versus Villains and look at you and say, oh my God, people like her can play this, so I can do it too. And I did it, and a lot of people have like DM me and telling me, like, thanks to you, I'm willing to play in this game. And no matter that I was an early out, and we have a winner that amazing like you, like, and I'm so proud to be in this conversation with you right now. And I hope that someone looking at that screen that looks like me, that have a thick accent that is different, look at that screen, watch me playing, and said, he can do it, I can do it too. That's my purpose in here. And yeah, that's it.
Yes. Thank
That is
you.
beautiful. Seriously.
Thank you so much for sharing and being so brave and vulnerable with us. This was so special, and I'm so happy that this game means so much to you as it does for me. And I'm so happy you get to play tomorrow. So thank you so much. We have to move on because of time, but you're gonna kill it. We believe in you.
So excited to watch tomorrow.
Yes, you are incredible. Never forget it.
Thank
Yes,
you.
and have so much
For you
fun.
guys. So much love.
Love you too.
So much love.
It's an honor. It's an honor. Thank you.
Hi. And with that, we are going
Oh, oh my God. That had me tearing up, y'all. Like, that was so beautiful.
that was
Beautiful.
that see like that I mean I think that's one of the most beautiful things about this community is just you don't expect to feel this stuff when you're voting people out and stabbing people's backs and it's just
It just comes to show that exactly. Exactly. It comes to show that this is bigger than a game in itself. And so, welcome, Sydney. We are so happy to have you. I see you already got the wine with you.
Sydney, you're muted, so go ahead and unmute.
Hi. Nice to meet all of you.
How are you?
Yes.
I'm good. Sorry, I'm like tearing up.
Oh my God, that was so beautiful, right?
Oh my goodness.
Look, the earrings. Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you. Happy
your
birthday, Erin. He styled me. Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Erin and Louie. We're gonna get to
And Louie, yes.
tonight. But Louie's kind of lost his tributes, so that'll be interesting to see if he's found them for the interviews. But Sydney is quite the legend. You were in the first ever Final Three. You were in a very iconic game with two people who were also involved in the Hunger Games, Ryan Taylor, who's a mentor, and Geneva, who is another tribute. So like, and I think we have a couple other people too. I think Brittany was also in that mini. So like you've got, I mean, I don't know where to begin. And Sydney, you join a long line of the ranks of some very big icons, including our very own Dash, Abby Marie, and Kevin Falk. Do you want to speak a little bit about, that kind of cool club that you belong to?
Yeah. So actually, in my video, I joked about drinking like a whole bottle of wine during the game, and it was supposed to be a joke, but I was really anxious and nervous going in. And then as I settled in, I was having fun, and then I just had a sip here and there. And then before you know it, I think once I hit like final six, girl, it was a mess. Like it was a lot of fun, but I didn't play to the best of my ability. And I woke up and it haunted me. And but I had a lot of fun, and I did join some legends, so that was a consolation prize.
And Sydney, you're a legend yourself. I watched your mini, and you gave me amazing TV. Like you truly did. You were hilarious to watch, and you were likable in the process. So don't beat yourself up over that.
Thank you. I appreciate
I've been there. I've been there.
Right. So I know because I've spoken to you personally. So you're wanting to kind of similar to some other tributes. You want to prove something tomorrow. What would that be? What are you wanting people going away from this game saying other than you won the game?
Yeah. Well, in my first game, I said my best strategy was social, and I actually thought I was playing a pretty strategic and social game. But tomorrow I kind of want to just go in and prove that I can be strategic, I can be fun, I can be entertaining, and I can be social. I can be the full package.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about your district, because I think, speaking of fun, District 8 has been fun. I've been stopping by a couple times in the chat, and you've got a whole team. You've got stylists, you've got videographers, you've got a mentor that really is putting in a lot of pregame work. So what has that experience been like receiving that? And I've even seen some really cool graphics.
Yeah, well, it takes a village, to kind of shape a winner. So hopefully we'll see that play out tomorrow. But it's been a lot of fun. They have faith in us, and we have faith in them. We kind of let them take control of the look, the video. So I'm super excited. Everyone's been really supportive, offered great advice, and actually they just told us to have fun. So that is what I'm excited about. I think my last 2 minis, they were not as fun because I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to kind of prove myself from my first mini, because I wanted to prove that I didn't get there from just a fluke or being a hot mess. So I'm gonna go in there and have fun, be strategic, and hopefully make them proud.
Yes. So we've heard a lot of players ready to play a cutthroat game this time around. They seem thirsty for blood. Do you relate to that? Are you thirsty for blood?
I am thirsty for blood, but I want to play an aggressive game, but I want to be loyal. I want to be loyal through the end. I don't want to, make a mistake and just cut someone towards the end to prove something. This is what I thought I kind of did. I want to be out for blood. I want to be aggressive. I want to throw out names, but other than that, I want to be loyal. So I don't need to draw first blood. That's not really in me. That's not really my plan. But if it needs to happen, it'll happen.
Right. I mean, I think that's very valuable because you don't want anyone killing you in your sleep. You want somebody that you can rely on to have your back through it all, if it's not just one person even.
Exactly.
In this game of 24. So that's gonna be we haven't talked about that, but that's 24 people. That's one of the largest games that Sequester's ever had, other than the one of the all-star games this past month.
It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight.
So I am so excited to see you prove yourself. I hope you have so much fun in whatever fashion. Because I think if it's all fun, that's what matters. Who cares what people think, right? You're proving it to yourself. You're playing for yourself, and you're having fun for yourself. But I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you so much, Sydney, for joining us.
Thank you.
We're gonna move on. Bye.
Thank you, Sydney. Good luck.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on over to District 7 with Mike.
Ooh,
hello, Mike.
Hi there.
Mike, as you guys know from the very infamous 5-8 mini, Mike has also played a couple times since then. Hello, Mike.
Hello,
How are
everyone.
you doing? I see that you've got your district in the background.
Yes, I'm hanging out in the woods, just doing what it takes. Just hanging around, waiting to see who needs some attention.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, is that a threat?
No.
Oh, Mike, how are you channeling your district pride? How are you kind of learning something from your background and putting that into the universe come tomorrow?
I think, much like the trees, it takes a long time to mature and to get strong. And I've definitely been around for a while. I have managed to play in 4 minis at this point. I think what I've shown in those minis is loyalty. I think Dash can attest to having seen me fairly recently play at a mini where seems like it was just yesterday, where I was very loyal. So, I feel that we're the salt of the earth district. We are true to the core, and I definitely want to bring that to the arena.
Mike, you have truly proven to yourself to be one of the most loyal people in the Sequester community. So do you think it'd be smart for the other tributes to kind of scoop you up early, get you on their side? Because you've proven that you'll ride for your people.
I have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that if I've given you my loyalty, I will be loyal to you and save you if I have to. I have to do what it takes. So yes, I would hope that anyone out there who is looking for a loyal person to work with would consider me.
Ooh. So how is that? I wonder how that's, if you don't mind, if you don't want to share, don't feel like you need to, but the other mentors and the other alliances that may be forming, if people are like, Mike is the man, Mike is the loyal guy. Have you gotten a lot of offers?
I am leaving that all up to my mentor. We were strictly told not to be doing any of that, so I'm leaving it all to Dan. He will let me know.
Have you heard from Dan?
I may. I don't want to show any cards.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess the question that I have to ask you, because we did talk about loyalty. In your previous games, do you feel as though loyalty was their demise in not winning?
Definitely. In my first mini, loyalty probably caused me grief, but that was my first mini, and I was learning something. And I was showed to be. I showed my loyalty. I showed my hands a little bit too much. My most recent mini, I had no problems, but that was not a typical mini. That was a mini there that it was about a team. That was a team effort, which this could be a team effort too. If my district wins, I will be happy. I would hopefully be the winner of our district, but I would certainly love it if our district was the one. Other minis, one of them I got LOS'd out. I got LOS'd. There was 15 people left or 16, and I got LOS'd on 4 votes because somebody else had an LOS. I can't say how well I would have done on that one. I think I was doing all right, but I was also pegged as a veteran to start with on my second mini, and this one is going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot of veterans in the mix. So, yep.
Yes. So I want to comment really quick.
Mm-hmm.
You were a male tribute. You had your name in the reaping 37 times.
Yes.
Wow. That was pretty impressive. What was that about? You just really what resonated with you about the Hunger Games mini that you wanted to play? You wanted to be in this so bad.
When I'm told of a way to take advantage of the system, and as well as taking advantage of it was a rule that everybody could use. And as soon as I got wind, I believe it was Drew, who had like 40. I got wind that Drew was doing a lot, and I thought, well, then I'm going to do it too. And I was really surprised that not as many people tried as hard. I don't know, maybe they just didn't care as much to play, but I certainly wanted to play hard.
I think it was something new and something definitely that some people chose to take advantage of and some people did not. But for some, it didn't matter because they're here. But for
That's
you,
right.
it certainly helped out.
It worked out well.
In District 7. So, Dash and Muna, do you have any other questions for Mike?
I guess, Mike, there's a lot of people watching that can most likely sponsor you. So my question is, what makes you special, Mike? Why should the Capitol and its people sponsor you specifically? What makes you unique?
I think my experience. I think I'm not the same as a lot of the other. I'm definitely a more senior tribute. So I'm going to be representing some people, some underrepresented people, and so yes, I definitely would hope that would be a reason to hold on to me and see me go to the end.
Definitely.
Yes, and Mike, we have experience playing together in the 5/8 mini, and immediately I was drawn to you because you got the personality, you got the flavor, and you are different. Like, you don't see many Mikes in the community.
No.
And I think this cast so far is super dynamic, so I'm really excited to see how you play with this
I'm
cast.
very excited to see how this goes. I hope to play a slightly different game, but I still want to maintain that loyalty. I don't want to come out of it being like, wow, he played the snake. I don't want to be the snake. I want to manage to get through it and be loyal and be true to my allies.
I can't wait to see how you deal with what the game makers have planned for you.
I'm very interested to see how this works out.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mike. We got to move on.
Good luck, Mike.
Thank you, everyone. Thank
Look
you.
forward to seeing you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Hannah.
Hi. Hello.
Hello, Hannah. Highly anticipated season 2 Hannah. Really quick. Season 1 had a Hannah. Season 2 had a Hannah. And now season 3 will have their first Hannah. So, Hannah,
Yes.
This is your first mini. How did you get involved with Sequester? How did you make it here and to the Hunger Games?
Yeah, so I am definitely a nerd, big book nerd, and I've always wanted to be involved in the Sequester community, and I just never really found a time that I really felt like I should just jump into it. I always felt like not even that it was like some world that I wasn't a part of, but that just I watched all these people do it and I was like, by no means am I qualified to do this, and am I qualified to be in a Hunger Games. But you know, I felt like if I didn't start now and if I didn't eventually start playing, I'm never going to do it. So I figured now's as good a time as any.
Yes.
Good for you. Go for what you want. There's no reason that you don't belong here. Sequester is a community for everybody, you know, and you came in with positive energy. I think you'll fit in just great here.
And for us right now, it's like we're excited to see you, and I know everybody else is going to be excited to see you tomorrow.
That's
so
why I'm so excited. Yeah.
Yes. So I guess my question really is, Hannah, who are you? What are you trying to bring tomorrow? What is maybe your strategy? Who is Hannah?
Yes. So I'm definitely, I know the word loyal has been being thrown around, especially in the last couple interviews and even just throughout the whole night. But I've always kind of called myself loyal. I'm a teacher. I'm a very bubbly person, if that wasn't already apparent. So I feel like my game is honesty and loyal. I definitely see myself as kind of an underdog. Obviously, going in, we have a lot of people who have played the game before. So I feel like that definitely kind of puts me in a weird position as someone who is not only trying to figure out Sequester, but also trying to figure out this Hunger Games Sequester. So for me, I think definitely you're very eager underdog that just wants to try her best.
Yes, and I think you're very qualified and worthy of being here. And I think as a fan, as someone who has read the books, who is ready to go, it'll be interesting to see how you fare against people who are just starting out on their Hunger Games journey. Because you know, everyone's coming from a different place. So I'm excited to see how you bring your fan knowledge to the game, because who knows, it may give you an advantage that other people do not.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Hannah, what is it about the Hunger Games that draws you in? What is it about the Hunger Games that makes you such a fan?
You know, I have always, like I said, I've been a bookworm, and funny story, my dad wasn't a big reader. Like growing up, I was the kind of person that was like in every book, like just books were my friend. And so my dad always asked me like what I was reading, and he'd be like, oh, maybe I'll read it someday. And he was like, Hannah, you know, what's this book about? And I was like, oh, you know, kids are just in a bloodbath. Real casual, everybody dies, only one kid wins, you know, fight to the death. And he was like, oh, this is a great thing for my middle school child to be reading. So obviously, compared to my normal books that I love to read, like Harry Potter and like all of these magical worlds, it's so entirely different from anything I normally read. And I'm a sunshiny person. I teach kindergarten, so it's all smiles, all like, you know, here's our ABCs and I'm going to teach you how to spell basic words. So for me to be a fan of something like that, I feel like it's something unexpected, and maybe you can kind of sense that there's something unexpected about me, maybe not. I hold it close to my heart, but I think what it is that it's something different than my normal day-to-day, and I think Sequester also is something different for me. So it kind of goes hand in hand.
Beautiful. So my question is, let's take a trip back to history. Let's look into the people that have really brought us here, loving this game in itself. Who would you say specifically you find inspiration in as a previous player?
So funny enough, I learned about this Sequester through my District 7 partner, Mike. So he posted on BB Gossip, and I was like, oh, Hunger Games, what is this? So it's very serendipitous. It's very interesting that this happened. And so then I learned about our head game maker, Hannah. And so I started watching you in some of our stuff, not to be like teacher's pet, because that's gross, and I don't want to say that. But that's kind of how I started looking into the Sequester community. So it's actually very interesting that Mike was kind of my first glimpse into the community. And then, you know, I've watched Big Brother here and there and stuff like that. So I kind of was like, okay, this is the next step. If, you know, Big Brother started late this year, so I needed kind of my fix. And that's kind of where I found it.
Well, we're so happy to have you. And it's so funny that Mike brought you in because the things that he did to earn those 37s, they basically had to retweet or share or make posts about the Hunger Games, and that brought you in. That's one of our female tributes, so that's such a small world. That's so awesome. I'm excited.
I'm excited. You have very infectious energy and vibrance to you,
And it's
and
natural.
it's very natural, and I think it's gonna work well for you.
Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Yes, we
So
are.
are we.
All right, thanks, Hannah.
Yeah,
Good luck, Hannah.
Bye, Hannah.
Bye. All right, so we're a bit over time, but so we're gonna do our little break analysis debrief while we're welcoming our next person. But our next person will be Drew from District 6. So whenever Drew is ready, he can come on up. But wow, those last 6.
Wow.
Totally different tone from the first 6.
Yes. Hey, Drew.
Drew. Oh, Daddy.
Oh, Drew
Hello.
is showing chest. He stole my look. Okay. Drew, you're muted, love. Oh.
It was all after you. All after Dash.
Well, honestly, the taste jumped out. So.
The taste jumped out.
Well, hello, Drew. I think you are a highly anticipated tribute for this game, as you had 40 entries into this game.
Listen, I saw this opportunity. I looked at my publicist and I said, we need to get on TV. We need these brand deals. We need these sponsorships. We're getting on. We're doing what it takes. We're getting on. We're going to be a reality star.
So this game is commercial for you.
This game is fully commercial. I don't know how it works. I don't know the Hunger Games. How does that work? I don't know. I haven't talked to my mentor. I don't remember his name. Daniel something. My district mate, what's her name? Susie. I don't know who she is. I'm getting on TV. Also, quick note to the Capitol, your catering is a little off. I'm on day 22 of Whole 30. I can't risk breaking that right before the game starts.
The Capitol apologizes for our catering. Perhaps you would like some of the berries by the ice cream bowl. Okay.
Drew came in ready to clock with a daddy hat on his head.
You know what? I kind of like it.
Oh, I love it.
I think it's a great look. So, Drew, you've played a couple times. I think I love this new look for you. And if you've seen the graphic, I think Drew has one of the best pictures alongside our District 4 tributes. Very, very iconic, powerful look. An action shot, if you will. So, what about this game is different? What are you trying to prove this game other than achieve fame?
You know, I'm trying to prove that I'm worth it. In the first game that I played, I was in the shadows. I played under the radar. I was a not known entity until the final 9 when I made a move against Kim Matina and failed 3 rounds in a row. But I went into my second game hopeful, and my name got thrown out round 1, and I fought 10 glorious rounds and then got voted out. So this time, I'm here to prove that I can play because I do know how this game works.
And your instincts were correct going after Kim Matina because she ended up winning that very mini, so...
Yeah, and I think although you didn't accomplish your task of, following through with killing her, it says something that you win at it. And you kept going at it and you stuck with your plan. You didn't second guess yourself. You didn't get cold feet. You went after what you wanted and you almost got there. You got close. So I think it'll be interesting to see who your Kim Matina is tomorrow and who you just, will you be able to track down your target and destroy them?
Listen, I'm here for confessionals. I'm here for airtime. That's what I'm here for.
I'm living for the honesty.
Well, I guess here's my question, Drew. Okay, you're on the game starting. It's counting down. You get to 0. You start running. Where are you going?
I don't know what that means.
So, for anyone that doesn't know, you start in a pedestal. If you step off early, you die, you explode. So
I'm here for that. No, I'm just kidding.
So would you go to the cornucopia with all the goodies, all the action, the bloodbath?
Wherever the food is.
Okay. So you're gonna follow the food. Smart.
Cornucopia. Let's go cornucopia. If I have to fight, I'll fight.
Ooh.
So do you have any special skills that you're gonna be, flaunting in the arena, showing our sponsors why they should, how are you gonna catch the camera's eye against all these other kids?
I would say that I'm really good at camera angles. I would say that that's a good help. Lighting is something that I'm good at. I'm really good at trash talking and yelling. Oh, yelling. I'm really loud. I'm all about the flair. Listen, as my publicist told me, get the audience's attention.
Something else that your publicist told me is that you're really avid on TikTok. Like you're really prescribing to this TikTok Hunger Games trend, and that, I think that there could really be a market there for you. So do you think that you're going to be incorporating that into your game?
Listen, my 4 TikTok followers are very, very invested in my journey going into this. I will be documenting my process afterwards and everything that I go through in the game.
Wow. I love it. Wow. Well, I'm so excited to see how many brand deals you get, how those camera angles work, how you find lighting, how you make it
fit tee. Buy my fit tee.
Well, can I ask this, Drew? What will you be wearing tomorrow? Can we have a little snippet?
I can wear less if you want. Whatever you want. Whatever the audience wants.
I'm sure the fans would be loving that. So, whatever you feel comfortable with.
I had to pull out the daddy hat for today just to make an impact. I got to be a statement. But
I love it. Do you consider yourself within the context of the game more a hero or a villain, and why?
Villain, because I'm literally the most chaotic person on the planet. So here we are.
Here we are.
Well, we're expecting chaos from you. So.
You're going to get it.
To enter the arena tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So thank you, Drew. We're going to move on over to Susie. But have a great night.
Thank you, Drew.
See you tomorrow. Good luck.
Good luck. Jinx.
Ooh, I knew he was going to say villain.
All right.
Oh my God. Come through headpiece.
I heard we were supposed to be making it.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. That headpiece is iconic. Wow. This whole look.
Look at this. Okay, so if you didn't know, Susie is our female district tribute from District 6 Transportation. Susie, how did you capture the look for this? How did you find inspiration? This is just amazing.
I heard all black and went with it.
Wow.
Can we talk about your headpiece?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Does this symbolize how you're going to enter the game tomorrow?
Yeah, just a burst. Burst of energy, burst of personality.
Okay.
And a burst of fears.
Yes.
I'm here for.
You said transportation. Well, you're transporting me to heaven right now with this look. So
that's the goal. Here for a good time.
I think it's pretty iconic, this look right now. So Susie, you recently played your first mini. It was the Snarky Marky Sequester mini. So what about that mini and your background has left you wanting more tomorrow?
I think with that mini, what I realized is that I really am just here to have fun and make friends, and I didn't really do that super successfully in the last mini that I played. So that's really what I'm going to focus on, is actually getting to know people early on and really making connections.
So have you watched the other interviews before this? Did you see any?
A couple.
Okay, because you're playing with some really cutthroat players. Mm-hmm. So does that scare you at all, going in knowing people are thirsty for blood, and if you're here to make friends?
I don't know if this is the place.
Yeah.
You never know.
I'm scared for you.
You never know. Maybe they might think they're going to be cutthroat, but they haven't met me yet.
That's
So-
true.
Maybe they'll love me.
So, Susie, your mentor is DK, Daniel Kennedy. Have you gotten a sense from him and his pregame work that you're gonna have some people that are also on the same page as you going into the arena?
I'm sorry, who?
Daniel Kennedy.
I think I might have seen him at a party the other day, but it's really hard to remember.
Ah, yes. Well, I'm sure you'll see him a bit tomorrow before you go into the arena.
You would hope, yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll do some shots beforehand.
I think he would love that, and I think there's another tribute earlier today who would love to do some of those shots with you. So
maybe a few.
Yeah, you may have a few connections, a few people that are thinking what you're thinking. But let's say you do get in there, and people start coming at you. What's your game plan? What do you do? Where do you go? What's your plan B?
I have one plan, and it's to have fun. And if people are coming at me, I just have to make friends quickly, I guess.
Well,
what else can you do?
I gotta say, Susie, this is a fresh perspective. I think for us, we've been coming here seeing a lot of cutthroat people, but for you, having friends, I think, you know, a different perspective, a different angle, and you know, it can potentially get you somewhere in this game. So I think for us, it's very interesting to hear that, and it's something, all right.
Yes, I think it's easy to underestimate the importance of relationships in this game, but that is what is at the end of every Sequester mini, and what is at the core of a lot of Hunger Games. If you don't have your posse, who do you have? Just yourself. So I think I'm excited to see which sides form. You know, are we having the bloodlusty, or are we having some people just, you know, hitting one back, just hanging out in room 5 all night? It'll be.
Is that the party room? Is that where that happens?
I mean, I'd say so. I think room 5 has had its ups and downs, but I think tomorrow it's ready to. I mean, that's the specific part of the arena that I think would have some great, like, sunbathing, just locale. You see the stars, that kind of stuff. But I'm excited.
Susie, can we expect more iconic looks from you tomorrow?
Of course. Why do this if you're not going to have an iconic look?
Ooh, that's
Period.
I love
If you're not going to show up.
Sponsors, if you're looking for an icon, if you're looking for a fashion superstar, Susie is where it's at.
Mm-hmm. She showed up. She showed
us.
And where do you get this headpiece? Because I might need to get one.
I can make you one.
You made that yourself?
Of course.
Inclusive. Y'all hear it here today.
All right. Well, maybe tomorrow
You're talented.
there'll be a little DIY confessional.
I'll show you guys how it's done. Yes.
All right. We have to move on, but thank you so much, Susie.
Good luck, Susie.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And with that, we're going to move on to our next tribute, which I believe is Jacob. So Susie's gone. Thank you, Susie.
Hello.
Everyone, this is Jacob, our District 2 male career. Hello, Jacob. Look at your look.
Also serving looks. Hello.
You need to not come to play.
I mean, it's my brand. I kind of have to.
Ooh.
It's true.
So, who's your stylist tonight?
Miss Margaret Sharp.
Oh, we love her. Oh, always serving looks. So, Jacob, let's get started. So, this is not your first rodeo. You've actually made a huge reputation for yourself for only have played 3 minis.
Yes.
Because your counterpart has played 6. So, how did you make your reputation? How did you make your footprint in dig yourself into this community so quickly?
When I find a community or a group of people that I like and genuinely care about, I will sink my claws into it and I will make sure that I am there and I am involved. I am definitely like elite in that way, but I'm kind of proud of that. And there's a place that makes me feel welcome. And I was a fan for the OG seasons. I watched all the live shows, and then during quarantine, the minis happened, and I was like, I kind of miss Sequester. So I said, screw it. I'm just gonna play. And I think I'm one of like the people who plays a lot, or like plays and is well known, that also tweets a lot. I am constantly tweeting about Sequester. Most of my high school friends have unfollowed my Twitter, and I'm like, you're great. I understand, because they probably don't understand what I mean when I'm screaming things on Twitter about Sequester, but I think I just involve myself not only as an all-star, but as a super fan as well. Say the shit from my final 2 speech.
So you're really coming into here with a large social media presence. People know who you are, they know how you play, and they love you.
I didn't think I'd be an influencer.
I must say, last time you played, I believe it was your first game with Clementina, I said, listen, first of all, this look, who is he? How do I find him on social media? And just the specialness that radiated out of you, Jacob. So I guess the question really is, what are you going to bring into tomorrow? What part of yourself are you bringing tomorrow? Is it the looks? Is it the strategy? What is it? Is it the fandom of just Sequester in itself, and possibly Hunger Games as well? What are you bringing tomorrow?
I am bringing my love for both Sequester and the Hunger Games. I love both the series so much, and the difference between this game and since my original mini, I would say I played an aggressive game on my original mini, but it was kind of like an aggressive game with an invisibility cloak on. All Stars, I was a damn mess. I don't want to talk about it. And then when I played the showdown between the Spooky and Christmas game, I was playing with all people who had already been eliminated by me before on my side, and I had to make them my ally. So I kind of had to take a step back and let other people hear the conversation. But now I'm coming into this game as a career. I want to go in, and I have nothing to prove. That's the first thing. The only thing that I haven't done yet is played a bold and ballsy game like the 3 people in this StreamYard have. And I'm a career. I'm in the perfect position to do it. I'm just going to go in there. I'm going to try to call shots. I'm going to try to have fun. And if I get got, I get out. Who cares? It's not the end of the world. I didn't pay $25 to sit there looking like a dead fish.
Well, one word on your All-Stars game you didn't want to talk about. You did have a really impressive and loyal connection to your friend Kelsey, which, I mean, it was pretty tragic to see, but it is also that's important for people to know, is that you do keep your friends close. And I think every game you've played, you are that ally, that friend, and that person that they can take forward.
I am very loyal, almost to a fault at times, because I get very passionate. Like, and this doesn't just go for my friends. Like, there are some people on the cast of Hunger Games that I haven't even met yet that I already feel a connection to just because I see their vibes and I'm like, I'm obsessed with this person already. And I love a lot of these people, even if I haven't met them. And if I feel that connection with you, I am not going to take you out unless my life is also on the line. And sometimes they won't even do that. Think about it. Did you guys see Final 6 at Spooky versus Christmas? Hannah was full gung-ho, okay with me leaving, but I was never going to write Hannah's name down. I wasn't, because I was like, that's my friend. That's my friend.
Jacob, from the moment I saw you, I was like, this is a star. And I think you have so much star power. You're so fun to watch. You're entertaining. You're loyal. You play a fierce game. You serve looks. I think this cast is blessed to have you. I think the Hunger Games is blessed to have you. And I am so excited to see what you bring tomorrow, because you always bring everything.
I think this is the most excited I've been for a mini. Like, I am so pumped. I just want to get in there. The fact that it's a 24-person cast, the fact that I'm in a district with Geneva, and like, even though Geneva's played a bajillion times, she hasn't played with me yet, so it's a new experience for me. I get to join the club of 120 people who played with Geneva.
So true.
So really quick before we have to let you go.
Sounds good. But shout out to Susie.
what would winning the Hunger Games, Sequester Hunger Games, mean to you?
If there is somebody on this cast that deserves a crown that doesn't already have one, it is Jacob motherfucking Gibson, and that is a fact. So if I get a crown, great. I have something to show for my strategy and something to show for the impact I've made on this community. And if not, I'll still keep tweeting. And if you get me out, I'll know about it.
Vengeance! Well, thank you so much, Jacob. We're so excited to see you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Cannot wait to watch you.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
So much fun.
Good luck.
Good
Good
luck.
luck. On through District 2, ladies. Mwah. Happy Hunger Games, bitch.
What's no. So next, I believe we have our District 3 female tribute, Jen. Hello,
Jen.
Jen,
Nice to meet everybody for the first time.
Yes, it's so nice to meet you. So,
Nice to meet you.
Jen.
Yes.
So this is your first time playing Sequester.
It is.
How do you feel being one of 24 tributes reaped?
24 new people to meet and make friends with.
Yeah.
That's the way to look at it.
Yeah. So yes.
So you want to go? Oh, sorry, Hannah. I mean, head game maker. I'm so sorry.
No, you
As
go
you were
on.
saying, I was going to say, Jen. So your goal going in is to make friends, or do you care about winning, or is it just? To make
I don't do anything if I don't plan on winning. I just want to make friends along the way.
Okay, double whammy. I love
Yeah.
to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want it all.
Mhm.
So District 5 power.
Yeah.
You've kind of had a mentor that's kind of a one man show. Some districts kind of have teams and little setups going on, but for the most part, I think in my conversations with your mentor Michael, he's kind of doing it all, and he's there for it. He's living it. So what has that been like? Getting to learn from Michael, getting to know Michael, and seeing how that whole pregame thing has worked out.
I really like Michael. I think he's a really cool guy, and it seems like he's got a lot of connections. He's giving me some advice, which is good because I've never really watched Sequester aside from the Big Brother Canada versus Big Brother US and the Rob Has a Podcast one. So he was just explaining it to me.
So if those are the minis that you've watched,
Yeah.
who is your favorite player overall and why?
I liked Alex Willett a lot. And obviously Rob attacking Tyler was a amazing moment.
Yes, very iconic moment.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're here for the moment.
Yeah.
The moments to make an impact, I assume. So are you a Hunger Games fan?
Oh yeah. I got this t-shirt when the first movie came out when I was 17, which was like 9 years ago now. It's been sitting in the closet for a while. I was really excited to bring it out again.
Okay. So I'm sure you've thought of this a lot. If you were ever in the Hunger Games, as you will be tomorrow,
Yeah.
how are you playing? What are you doing? What are your first steps in the arena?
I think the trick is to let some of the big guys go at it, and then you lay in the weight, and then you make sure to move up and make moves once the bigger guys are gone.
Okay. So kind of like a fox face.
Yeah,
which is
he was actually my favorite in the first book.
District 5.
Yeah.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but for those of you that don't know, Foxface kind of played that stealth game, that UTR game. Would you say that you're kind of shooting for that?
Yeah. I might be in room 5 having a few shots throughout the game too.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be a party.
We love to see it.
So let's ask Jen. I want to know more about you. I want to know who you are. What do you represent going into this game?
I'm usually playing soccer. Right now I have free time to do Sequester because I'm not playing soccer 4 days a week. So I need a more competitive drive in my life.
So you're a physical threat is what I'm hearing, is that you're ready, like you can kick some bitches.
Yeah, unfortunately there's no corner kicks going on in the game though.
that we know of, but
you might be, let's say, people.
I mean, if we were fighting for the cornucopia together, oh yeah. It was,
but as a soccer player, you have that like competitive spirit.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to go at it. You're not afraid to get stuff done. You know what it takes.
Yeah, but if you're on my team, just like in soccer, I'm defending you to the end. If you come after my teammate, I'm gonna check you into the boards if need be.
Woo!
Yeah, as long as you're on my team, we're good.
I love it. You got the fire. Let's see it.
Yeah, flames coming out. I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love how you're kind of you know, you're looking at it very practically and strategically. You're like, I'm not going to go up against, you know, I'm not going to get myself killed in a bloodbath. I'm not going to play stupid. I'm going to play smart, but I also am willing to make friends, to have teammates, and really go far. Like you've got a game for longevity. You're not just gonna die right away.
Mm-hmm. It's a very long-term game, and that's important in these kind of games. So it's beautiful to hear, Jen.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jen. I think this has given us a little sneak peek into what we're gonna do tomorrow. But yeah, I'm excited to see you play for the first time, and hopefully this won't be the last.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. Yeah, I want to get to know everyone, get more involved in the community, make a bunch of new friends after this.
Yes, Jen.
You will, Jen. I feel it. You're gonna kill it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Next up, we have our District 3 male tribute, Connor. So, Connor, come on up stage. Come on to the stage. Wow. All of our, it's so interesting to see the different games that everyone's bringing in.
It was interesting to see how we had a very straightforward cutthroat, and now we're just shifting and changing. I'd love to see it. Welcome, Connor.
Hey, Connor.
Hi. How are you guys?
How are you doing?
I am great. Everything is wonderful in District 3. And
you sure?
everything is great. Yeah, everything is wonderful. What are you talking about?
You just seem a little off. Is there somebody behind the camera? Are you okay?
No, absolutely not. No, I'm here with you guys. What do you mean?
Okay, so this is not your first time. You recently played last Friday, and
I did.
It didn't go so well, did it?
You know, I wish it went better, but sometimes you get stuck with bad luck, and sometimes you get some twists that are unforeseen. And I'm hoping that that'll be able to be managed better coming forward.
Right. So, something I wanted to ask you tonight, Connor, is earlier in the day you had a little, Connor, you had a little hiatus from social media. Is everything okay?
Everything is great.
Madison doing okay?
Yeah, Madison is great. I am great. Our mentor has been doing a lot of intense training. We woke up at 4 a.m. to go through some weapons technology training. And he is a very fair and not tired leader.
Were you one of the missing tributes?
I was never missing. I've been here this whole time. We did have someone go missing a couple days ago.
Liz had an accident. So she couldn't play the game. So she tripped off of the third floor of the training building. But you're doing okay, right? Blink twice if you're doing okay.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How are you guys? How are you today?
Good, Connor. What's your game plan going in? Like, what are you thinking is the best strategy for you to be the last surviving tribute?
I've done a lot of training this week with, hacking and weapons technology and everything else that revolves around District 3 as we are. I'm hoping that my skills going forward are enough to pull out the win. I know that you three have all been successful in the games before, and I would love to be able to tell myself, thank God it's over. I can join the circle with some private winners. I would love that, and that's what I hope in the end happens. I hope I'm good enough to get through. I think that our mentor has put a lot of work in to make sure we're prepared, and
So so you talked a lot about like systematic approaches, so really working on your technology, weaponry, hacking, just making sure that you're the smartest player going into this game. What else has your mentor Louis taught you about entering the Hunger Games? Louis? Is that not who's been training you? Are you with someone else that's not Louis?
no, of course it's Louis. Who else would it be?
Yeah. So what
else?
are some things that you have
a ridiculous question to ask. Who else would it be?
From your mentor?
Yes. He's tried to make us as prepared as possible. There's a lot of people going in who already know each other. I'm not one of those people. I'm lucky that we have such a smart mentor in that he has tried to help us in every way possible. I'm very grateful to him and the training that he's given us. And I think we got it. I think we're gonna do great. Madison is awesome, and it was unfortunate what happened with Liz. I hope she's okay. I'm hopeful for the best, and if not,
in the capital.
it's kind of life or death. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we have confidence in you, Connor. There's no reason to fear tomorrow. I am sure that it will be a much better experience than last Friday. And I think just let the distress go. And we believe in you. Your mentor has got your back.
Thank
you.
All right.
A deep breath before we end.
Yeah, let's do a group one. Ready?
Ready? Inhale in. Inhale out. You got this, Connor. You got
You
this.
got it.
Thank you. It's very nice to meet you both.
Thanks, Connor.
So nice to meet you. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right. And next up, we have Madison joining us. Connor, you're free to go. Hello, Madison.
Hi, Madison.
It's so nice to like finally be able to like talk to people. Like I haven't been able to talk to people for like a little bit, so it's like finally nice that like I'm able to like sit down and just like.
You haven't been able to talk to people?
I mean, like today was just like a very interesting day. Like Connor like already talked about it a little bit. Like my day like started like at 4 a.m. It was a very rough day today, and like I've just been like having the hardest time just like adjusting to it all.
Right. Where are you right now?
I don't think I can say.
Okay. No pressure. No pressure. We don't want to reveal anyone's.
Yeah. Like I just for my safety, like I would just like prefer not to say. But
Great. We'll just move on to our next questions. So as a last minute alternate, Madison, because your predecessor tripped and fell on the 3rd floor of the training building, do you feel as ready as your fellow tributes?
No. So practically, like I knew like nothing like beforehand. Like I just got a call saying that like I was going to be a part of the Hunger Games, and like I was like so like excited because like like I've heard about this before, and like I just thought this was going to be like a nice game, just like of like who can like eat the most food, but that's just not what it is. And
what does it feel like?
I guess you can like. It's hard for me to just like describe what it's like because like I don't want to like get in trouble by like
Who would you get in trouble by?
We should move to the next question.
Okay. So this is your first time playing.
Yes, I'm so excited for my first time. I've been like watching this like so like yeah.
So you're a fan of past Sequester Mini. So who is your favorite Sequester Mini player and why?
Oh man, you can't ask me that question. It's hard for me to like say like who's like my favorite just because like I am like more like newer to watching it, but like every single time like I watch it, it's always just like a great time. Like I just watched you yesterday, Dash.
Oh,
So,
thank you for watching.
no problem. But yeah.
But
let's take it on a positive note. What are you excited for tomorrow? What are you bringing Madison into the game?
That's a really good question. I guess I'm bringing myself. I don't know if I can say what I'm bringing with me. But I guess like I'm just going to just like bring like myself, like maybe like a cup of water. Do we need food for this?
You can't bring it inside the arena with you. You have to get it when you're in there, but you'll probably need food at some point, yeah.
Okay.
So you might want to pack a lunch beforehand for the trip to the arena.
Madison, you're gonna get through this. It's gonna be okay, okay?
I hope that like after this, like I'm able to just like go somewhere that like I feel safe and like not have to like wake up at like random times because like this training has just been like really, really hard. Like I thought this was just gonna be like a 9-to-5 job, but
who is your mentor again?
Are you District 3? Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to Louis because what is he doing to his tribute?
You haven't talked to them all day.
Because
they aren't. Rona Dash, they aren't talking to Louis. So who is she talking to?
so like this has definitely been like a very interesting day because like that event did happen and like it's actually my mom's birthday. So like I really just want to be able to just like spend time with like my mom, but like this training.
Madison, the capital has to know insight. Who is training you?
Yeah.
I don't want to get in trouble. So like maybe it can be like a little like after interview thing when like we know that like I'm like safe, you know?
Okay, so tomorrow at the start of the games, when we know that you're safe and you're in the arena, you're gonna let us know what
But like
happened.
I don't even know if I'm safe then. Like that's the problem.
Can you let us know in confessional when you're by yourself and the cameras are watching you?
Can I?
Madison, we are here for you. Okay.
This is just like really scary. Like I was a replacement. Like I wasn't supposed to be here. Like I was supposed to be like in my bed chilling. And
wow,
you're gonna do amazing.
You are beautiful.
It's just really hard when like you're like a replacement and like someone like didn't make it through training. Like, am I gonna make it?
Wow.
You're gonna make it. I believe in you.
Only the best can make it, and you are, as I can tell right now, a great player. So you're excited to see me tomorrow. You will make it through.
You see, like if you don't say that by the end of this, like I might not be safe. So like, please, please just like constantly just like say that like I'm like a good player, so like I can like.
You are a good player. We're gonna go manifest this.
Special. Boom.
Madison, I don't think it's safe for you to stay on much longer with us. I don't know what kind of situation you're in. Thank you. Thank you for speaking to us.
You'll be okay, Madison.
We're gonna do our best, okay, to make sure that you're safe.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Thank you. I want to go now. Have a great day.
Hi, Madison.
I hope I see you tomorrow.
I hope so too.
Me too.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh my god.
So that's just folks. The District 3 tributes. There's something going on, sponsors. So we might want to get on that at the Capitol and figure out this mystery.
It is a great mystery. It truly is. With Connor and now Madison, what is going on?
What is up?
I did not expect any of that. Like, what is going on this day?
Yeah, I'm going to alert our final 6 that they need to make their way backstage. But let's
Okay.
debrief.
Yeah, please.
What I will say is these interviews have all been unexpected. We've had twists and turns, and the game hasn't even begun. So that just comes to show tomorrow people will be bringing it into a level that we did not even expect. Whew.
Yeah, there have been some twists. To think that that a tribute didn't make it through training. That is just some intense level of gameplay right there. And I think it's a testament to how hard some mentors are going at it.
4:30 a.m. wake up call? Like, whoo, child.
Thank God I'm not in that district. I'm not a morning person.
But it just comes to show, exactly like you said, game master, game maker. It just comes to show how much these mentors are pushing it.
Yes.
Right. Here we have our next tribute from District 11, DJ. Hello.
Hello, Capital. How's it going?
I'm doing great. What is this look? What inspired this look tonight?
I was told to kind of represent something that was typical in our district. So we need something to kind of cover the sun and something to protect, for me, my pale skin.
Right. Agriculture, right?
Correct.
Is your industry?
That's correct.
Great. And DJ, this is you're one of our newbies, right?
I am.
So how did you find Sequester? What brought you here?
I was brought to Sequester because of my love of the game Survivor. That's how I found it. I'm fairly new to the community, but I'm excited to be here, and I'm ready to give this a shot and see how I do.
Yeah, we're so happy to welcome you.
Exactly, and just like the game Survivor, Hunger Games is about surviving and not dying. So how do you, DJ, plan to do that? How do you plan to survive to the end?
I never thought I'd have to figure that out for myself, how to stay alive compared to 23 other people. But I think for me, I'm going to have to not only stay charismatic and try not to get inside this head, but I think I'm going to try to maintain my composure and keep with the idea of community and alliance and hope that gets me as far as I can.
So you've seen some of the minis before. What was your favorite mini that you've seen and why?
My favorite mini would be the first Survivor one, and it's because of how intoxicated Abby Maria got by the end of it.
I am loving that answer.
Is that a level of fun and charisma that you're hoping to channel coming into tomorrow?
For sure.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're a Hunger Games fan. Are you I'm
a massive Hunger Games fan.
Massive Hunger Games fan. Okay. So you've thought about this a lot. What is your marketable, catchphrase? What are you showing the sponsors and you're like, this is me, this is how I'm going to play, look at me go?
I think that for me, it kind of boils down to making sure that they understand who I am and what I'm going to kind of bring to the table. And I think that's basically my personality, which sounds very, cliche. But I think by being my humorous self, hopefully people will get a kick out of me trying to stay alive. And I'm going to do it in the klutziest possible way. And I'm already prepared for the embarrassment of that.
And as a player within the Hunger Games, do you think that you'll be more a hero, a villain, and why?
I'm hoping I'm going to stay somewhere in the middle. I don't think I'm a hero. I don't think I'm going to stick my neck out unless I have to, because it's all about survival at the end of it. But I also think I'm going to be entertaining, and I think I'm going to end up probably in some sticky situations. I mean, that's what the Hunger Games is.
So you don't have a problem with with killing, I assume.
I mean, that's the only way to win by the end of it. So I mean, I think you kind of have to be okay with it.
Okay. So you're kind of the middleman. You're gonna check the room, check the vibe.
Oh, it's always gotta check the vibe.
Yeah. Cool. So your mentor is one of my first like friends or mentors in the community, Brittany. Brittany S. She modded one of my first games. So what has that been like, having such a nurturing, kind mentor in the community?
Brittany has been fantastic. She's kind of gone out of her way to make sure that, especially for somebody like me who's coming in, I would say probably more fresh-eyed than a lot of other people. I got into the community kind of late. She's kind of made sure that I felt comfortable with kind of what's going on all aspects of it. And you know, at the end of the day, she wants the same thing that we want. She just wants to make sure that we don't die. So she's going to do whatever she can to make sure that's possible.
Honestly, that's all you can ask from them, right?
Right.
Stay alive. Right?
Absolutely. And I like the hat. Will we be seeing more hatography from you tomorrow?
Oh, for sure. This one's actually a family heirloom, so we might be whipping it out for good luck tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Right. So which of the Hunger Games characters would you say you're emulating tomorrow, or you find yourself most like?
Oh goodness, that's a tough question. Well, I'm definitely not a Peter or a Gale. Let's throw that out there.
You're not the heartthrob DJ?
Never, and I don't ever anticipate being. But you know, I think I'm that guy from District 10 with the limp that made it really, really far, and nobody knew what happened to him. But I'm gonna make sure I'm seen a little bit. That's my objective, you know, kind of bring it back. But yeah, that's my whole plan. Is I'm gonna be the guy with the limp.
I think that's a good look for you. Like, I think that could be not only really entertaining, but could get you really far in the game.
That's my hope.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much, DJ. I'm so excited to get you to see you play for the first time.
Yes.
Like,
Natalie.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you kill it tomorrow.
Yes,
Literally.
Thank you so much, Capital. It's an honor, and I hope to represent my district well.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night. So, next up, we have a Sequester All-Star, Brittany. Hello, Brittany.
Hey, Brittany.
Oh my God, Dash, you played amazing last night, by the way.
Ah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh my God.
So, Brittany, here we are again. You're playing again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again.
Again. You know, it's like, why do I have to play again? Shouldn't I have won by now? So, Brittany, you're a fan of the Hunger Games, correct?
Yes.
But
Love
you also have a background in nursing. So from what I understand, you're gonna like kind of mix your two loves.
Yes, okay. So Katniss, I feel, only like killed when she like had to, but there was a soft side to her. She like took care of Peeta when he was sick, brought him soup. You know, she was like healing other people while she was killing other people.
Right.
Points were made.
And that relationship with Peeta was everything, and was everything for her in future games. So is that kind of what you're looking to take out of this, is the connections you make, the friendships you make along the way?
Yeah, I'm gonna like be like really loyal to the people that I'm with, but oh my God, that's my mom. And then then what was I saying? I'm gonna be really loyal to the people that I'm with, but I'm not gonna be afraid to like kill people that I have to, you know?
Right, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
There's only one victor.
But
Yeah.
you're taking the hero approach, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So Brittany, I've seen you play before. You're a great player, and so do you feel coming into this game like you have anything to prove, or do you feel like you've already proved what you need to prove?
Well, out of my 4 games, I only went to jury 1 time, so I still feel like I have something to prove because I feel like I can go far, and I just really haven't had like a fair shake. So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Hell yeah.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I love playing with you in one of the All Stars games.
For my one round.
And I guess my question really is: you talk about loyalty, and you also talk about killing when you have to. So where is your moral compass lie?
Basically, I'm ride or die for the people that I'm with.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not one of those people, then you're gonna die. So
That's a slogan. That's a slogan. That's the way to move. I like it.
I mean, that transparency is something that's really valuable in Sequester, and I'm sure in the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So, as someone who has seen a lot of games, been in a good amount, had a lot of friends in the community, are there any twists that you're like, oh, we're gonna have that tomorrow? Or is there any, do you have any idea what you're walking into tomorrow that you'd like to share with us?
Considering there's 24 people, I'm assuming there's probably going to be a lot of double eliminations. So probably a few drags. Probably, what else would there be? Maybe room roulette and in Catching Fire, there was the clock. So somehow that's going to play a part. I don't know how, but.
Ooh, interesting takes. What has it been like working with Big Brittany? You're like Little Brittany, and then we've got Big Brittany or Coach Brittany. What has that relationship been like, and what has it been like? Not because I think you've been in some games where there's been pre-gaming. What has it been like not being able to pre-game, but somebody else doing it for you?
First of all, I love her. I played with her in 515, and she's awesome. And I think having her doing the pre-gaming has just taken the stress off my shoulders. I don't have to be fake to people or not be fake to people. She could just tell me what's real, what's not. She could give me a heads up how to maneuver certain twists. Because she's made it far in all of her games. So she told us about the end game. She informed us about so much. So I'm so thankful for her.
That's a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Brittany squared. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I love that, and I love that you're getting something from that relationship. That you feel like, I mean, if anything, you're gonna you're gonna have this loving, nurturing energy going into this game, knowing that even if things don't work out, somebody outside in the next life is gonna be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Anything else you'd like to say? Anything else you'd like to ask?
Not that I can think of. I love all you guys. Thanks for having me.
Wow, love you too.
Have a good night.
Thank
you. Good luck
you.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Much love.
Bye. And next up, we have one of the most iconic people playing tonight.
Ooh.
Jacob Sparks, also known as Sparks, playing tonight. Will he light the arena on fire? Let's see now.
Let's find out.
He's coming up stage. Look at him. Sauce.
Oh, lovely panel of judges.
Hello,
Wow.
Welcome back to StreamYard.
You look absolutely stunning tonight.
Oh, thank you. We love to see it.
Tough, baby. You've been a first boot, you've won, and then you've had all these other Sequester experiences that have really, really played a part in your life. So how are you taking all that? What are you taking to the Hunger Games with you out of everything in your past?
I think I'm taking experience with me, not just because I've played a few times, but I've seen it all, sis. I was that first person out. I made it to the damn end and did the damn thing. I've been dragged through the mud, sis. I got dragged right before jury, and I've made it a couple times into jury. I've seen it all. The only thing I'm missing is a wheel. Throw it at me, sis. Throw that shit at me. I got you. I'm going to put my name on there and spin it around a few times. I'll be fine. So I think that's something that I come in with, is that I have been through the ringer, but not just made it to the same-ish spot every time, but to different spots. So I know what it's like, and I know how to play those parts when it's needed.
Yeah, you really bring the variety.
Yeah, I bring placement diversity, I would say, is the word I would use for that. Placement diversity.
The energy that I really get from you right now, Sparks, because of your experience, is the sense of fearlessness. Fearlessness because you've been through it. You've been
Exactly. You don't have to be scared of going home first if you've already did it. You don't have to be scared of getting dragged if you've already been dragged.
There's that. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. So something. Oh wait, Dash, did you want to?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, since you've been all over the map, placement wise, like, what do you think is your best bet to be the last tribute standing, the last one alive? What do you think your best strategy going in is?
My strategy is that fearlessness, to not be afraid to say a name, to not be afraid to go, to not be afraid to attack, to not be afraid to hide, to not be afraid to do whatever it takes to get to the end, to know when to hide back, to know when to get out and go from the bush, go behind the bush, do whatever you need. Use what kind of weaponry is needed for you, whether that is poison dart, bow and arrow, hand-to-hand combat, whatever you need to do, you need to adapt. And I think my fearlessness will allow me to adapt to any situation in any round that is presented to me.
Wow. So I want to cut in because I got a little capital gossip that you have somebody special back home, but you also got eyes on somebody in the game. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Just maybe. Everybody knows my lover at home. We've been together for just a few short months, but the capital eats us up, darling. It's been years in the making, but it's about time that we solidified that. So I don't know if you want me to say names at all, but
you said you weren't afraid to drop a name, so drop a name.
yeah, you're right. So Nico and I have been seeing each other for a little bit. He was a little bit more nervous to take it public. You know me, I'm as public as it gets, but I was trying to be respectful of my man. But now he's willing to be open and honest, and so now we are lighting the capital up. So people weren't excited necessarily that I had, volunteered, but I'm doing it to bring my man home the money and the bounty.
Wow.
So
you're doing it for him.
Yeah. I'm a lover and a fighter. So
wow. I've personally never seen someone risk their lives just so they can give their lover a good life. So what does that mean to you, Sparks? Is this something that you see in the long run?
Girl, it better. I might die.
Yeah. And how is this? And this is some poppin' hot tea because Nico is actually from District 4. He's working for the District 4 team right now. So, like, how have you been managing long distance? What is it like when he's kind of working on another team right now when you might die? So, how is your relationship gone? Like,
so luckily, being in the life of luxury, there's not much that we don't have when it comes to accessibility and affordability. So we've been able to keep communication pretty tight. Like, he might be in District 4, but we ain't like District 4. So we've been able to keep in touch. Now, we've been respectful of the boundaries that have been asked, but we still keep in touch because, love is love.
I love that. Do you think you're gonna bring that, I'm fighting for my love, that kind of heart, that kind of charisma into your game tomorrow?
Yeah, there's nothing nobody brings better than me with charisma, honey. You find me and you latch up to me like no other, and that is the tea spilled today. I love connecting with people, and when I've got you, I've got you. People know that, and people have seen that, but people also love to keep the games fun, to keep them entertaining, and so I would be surprised if I didn't get a sponsor or two to spice things up a little bit. Nobody wants a dull, boring game where nobody's willing to do something or nobody's willing to say something, but the minute I'm in that arena, shit's going down. It's getting wild, fam. Everybody knows that I'm not willing to go down without a fight, without an argument, without a battle, and you're gonna see that here.
I will say I love the spice you got going on, Sparks. You really do.
I cannot wait to see you light light this shit up.
I can't either.
Wait,
I've
so
been
you
training for way too long.
You revealed who your at-home lover is, but I don't think you revealed who your in-game lover is.
Like I told you before, it's sometimes you have to know when to verbalize and you need to know when to sit back. So I will verbalize Nico to the day, honey, but well, we're gonna keep quiet. We're gonna keep quiet.
Oh, okay. So, sponsor,
all right.
You can expect a show. You can expect a secret romance, and you can expect some sparks from our dude Sparks.
Sparks will fly, honey.
It's very important. If it comes down to you and your lover, who will you choose?
Like in the so I'm a fighter and a lover at the same time. So after a quick love making in the cornucopia, then we go. So I like to make sure I incorporate both implements in there. So gotta make sure the lover and the fighter come out. But they don't know what they're getting from me. I'm very upfront. They ain't surviving.
Wow.
Whoa. So Sparks might end up pregnant from the Hunger Games.
But she had that bounty to pay for the baby. So
I gotta say, Sparks, you are truly, your name does not disappoint. You are bringing the sparks, honey.
Yes.
Tomorrow cannot arrive a moment sooner, Sparks.
No, it
Thank
cannot.
you so much. Get your beauty sleep.
Thank you, loves. Thank you.
you.
Precious. Love ya.
Good luck.
Bye.
I cannot.
Wow. We have it all in this game, I must say. And next up, we have yet another showstopper. I must say, her volunteering was incredible. It was really powerful. And here we have her, Geneva.
Hello.
Welcome, Geneva.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
Wow, you are serving me all the energy, all the
I had to.
We must ask, what is the inspiration here?
Well, I think, as we all know, I've been called a queen many times in this community. And so I had to dress the part today because, one, I am a career, and two, people think of me as royalty. So I had to make sure that I looked as such.
Bill. So, Geneva, you are a 6-time Sequester athlete, and almost every time you've played, you've been considered a threat to the point where it's getting annoying. So, do you think that speaks to your talents and your poise and your just greatness?
I think so. I think people know that they can't underestimate me because they know I am skilled at what I do. I mean, one thing that I have experienced in my training through Sequester has been, throwing knives and doing what it takes to get to where I need to be. And I think one thing that I tend to do is I tend to charm people. So a lot of people very early in that game are like, we love you. You're so wonderful. We want to work with you. And so, that is part of the skills that I learned in District 2. And so I hope to use those tomorrow, as well as many other strategies in the games.
Wonderful. So, Geneva, how will this game, the Hunger Games, be different than the other games you've played? What are you changing? What are you bringing back?
I think I'm going to have a lot of similar elements that I do have in my games, but I think one thing that we've probably noticed each and every time I play is I turn it up a notch. And so tomorrow will probably be one of my more crazier games than you've probably typically seen. But if you saw my last mini, I was the victor. So keep that in mind.
Ooh, yeah.
Speak it, honey. Speak
that
it.
Was a threat. She is coming in, a woman who knows what she wants.
And is hungry to get it.
So what type of tributes do you see yourself aligning with going into the Hunger Games?
I think it varies. I would say that Of course, I think there are certain people that I will definitely work with. I think you can probably guess they're probably similar to me in many aspects, in many regards. But, of course, I don't want to give that away fully. But I think there are also people that you probably might not expect me to work with in the games that have certain personalities, ideals, and strengths that, I will hope to utilize to my advantage to get me further and further.
Yes. Well, I'm here for it. And I cannot wait to see what you do tomorrow. As always, you always bring a show. You always bring so much light to whatever, every room you enter, you bring light into. So I'm excited.
I'll bring light, but a little bit of darkness too.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So we still have a bit more of time. So let's talk about your mentorship.
Oh, sure.
Is there static?
Yeah, there is. Okay, it's done.
It's done. That's strange. That was strange. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't know if it was mine or somebody else's, but Geneva, your relationship with Susie, your mentor, how and even like your stylist tonight outdid herself. Wow, remarkable. So your relationship with Susie, how has that been? Not being able to pregame for yourself, kind of having a previous like a two-time winner kind of oversee everything and go out into the field and bring back information.
I mean, I think one thing that would be great is to be mentored by somebody who is really great at the game, who really knows what they're doing. And, so I'm very honored to have Susie as my mentor because Susie is able to provide insight that a lot of people have not experienced in these games. There are very few people in these games that have been successful in their training sessions. And so it is to my advantage to have someone who has won before because maybe she'll be that individual who'll be able to help me become like her and be a two-time winner, But I can say one thing that I do want to bring up is, I think it's been helpful that I haven't had to do too much of that work in terms of, getting people to work with me. But I think one thing that's really nice is Susie does have a lot of connections being from District 2, where a lot of people come to her and, want to be aligned with her. And so I think that's something that's very special that really works to my district's advantage.
Yes.
Well, my question to you guys, Geneva. So right now, sponsors are watching. Right now, other tributes are watching. Your mentor is watching. So my question here is, what do you have to say in regards to the game you're playing tomorrow? What does this mean to you? I know you've played other games, but this is the first ever Hunger Games. And so what are you bringing? What's your passion? What's your hunger? Why do you want to win this game? And a game
I think especially this game is really important to me because I was supposed to have a training session yesterday, and unfortunately it didn't work out. There were a lot of problems where I was not able to get to the physical training site. So that caused a lot of challenges for me, and it was a really upsetting experience. So for me tomorrow, because the Hunger Games is the Hunger Games and the Sequester Hunger Games, is the big event, for me it's important because I am fighting for my life. I am fighting to the death with these other 23 tributes. And I don't know realistically the next time that I will get an experience like this. So for me, it really is important because I'm playing this game as if it's maybe my last, because who knows where life will take me. I have other things going on that, kind of can conflict with things that are going on within this community. So for me, I'm fighting as if I'm going to potentially, this will be my last battle. So I think it's very important because since I didn't get the chance to do that in my last training session, I want to show everybody that I'm still here to play. Like that's the thing that is about me. Like if you've watched every single training session that I've had, up until this point in my Sequester career, I don't stop fighting. I don't. And tomorrow won't be any different.
Well, we love a fighter in this capital.
Thank you.
So we all look forward to watching you slay.
You never cease to impress, Geneva. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I hope you get some sleep. I think you're frozen.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Awful.
What an exit right there. A view.
Picture perfect.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes. Well.
Love you, Geneva.
Yes. Let's see if we can private shoot her a little, that she's free to get to sleep. But then we'll welcome our next tribute.
What a show it's been. What's your thoughts, Dash?
Oh my God, this cast is so dynamic. Like you have heroes, you have villains, you have people who want friends, you want people who want blood. Like it is so. You have people who are like going through it.
You've got sirloins, you've got fresh meat, you've got
exactly.
There'll be blood, there'll be water. You know, we've already seen that there's like conflicted feelings. So with that, we're gonna bring in our second to last tribute.
Yes.
And here he comes. Jonathan, you're up. Come on upstage.
Yeah, very dynamic cast.
Yes.
It has been a journey here. I've truly loved it, speaking for this beautiful place for the capital and showing them what a show we're gonna bring tomorrow. And like you said, Dash and Hannah, this is a game like no other. Like I have not seen so many people here not only think at first place, but so welcome to our next beautiful tribute. How are you doing?
I am good. How are you guys? It's 6:45 a.m. here, but couldn't miss.
Oh my God! Good morning.
You are broadcasting from Israel, correct?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God! Amazing.
So
yeah, what are you guys doing?
We're doing good. It's been a night of showstoppers. So, and you are just, gonna top it off, right? So you have played before, correct? And that was in one that, which one was that again?
What'd you say?
Which one was that again? I believe like it was the
My
one.
My first mini was 5-1, the one that the amazing Sharifa Yasmin won.
Iconic.
I was third place. Iconic. I was the sort of forgotten member of that epic Final Four.
Ooh.
I didn't forget you. I remember you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Dash.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone could forget about you. But what has your Sequester experience been so far? What does this community mean to you, and what does tomorrow mean to you?
So I think it's been such a surprising experience because we're all sort of the hero of our own narratives, right? So I played the game in 5-1 and I thought like, I'm winning this. Like, this is mine. I have this in the bag. And then when I got out of the game, I was like, oh, nobody really noticed me. That's so, like, how did that happen? And then I decided to sort of model my game after the winner of the game that I won and start like being louder, being more aggressive, taking my fate into my own hands and playing harder. And I think I've been able to do that every time I've played since. And what Sequester means to me is it's sort of this community of people that I never would have met in my real life. And I've made some amazing friends who I consider some of my closest friends. I think what tomorrow means to me is this is like this peak that I have to conquer. Like tomorrow I have to win. This is my time. This is 24 players, some of the best of the best. If I'm going to do it, this is when I'm going to do it, and I'm ready.
Yes. Love the confidence.
You have come to kill. Okay.
Absolutely.
So we've asked a couple other people. So in terms of how you've been approaching hero, villain, we know you're going all in, but what are you feeling right now as hours before the game?
I think I'm gonna have to say villain. Heroes don't do very well in this game, and if you don't sort of go full on, then you're probably gonna go out early. So I'm definitely a villain.
Well, this is a game of life or death, so that is a way to perceive it. So my question is more so you played in the 5-11 game, right?
5-1.
5-1. So it's been about 3 months since you played your last game, correct?
I did play international 1 and 2.
The international one, yes. So what brought you to this game? This game that is about bloodthirst. So what brought you to the Hunger Games?
I wanted to play with the best of the best. And I mean, I think watching All-Star Month from the side, I said, that's where I want to be. And if I want to get there, I need to beat the best. And this is the way to do it. That is who I want to play with, and I want to prove that I am on that level. And I knew that 24 tributes, districts, new players, old players, mentors who are making things crazy, that's when I'm going to do it.
How has your experience been with your mentor?
My mentor is amazing, Michael. I've never played with him before, but I have watched a few of his games, and I think he is a phenomenal player. I could not have asked for a better mentor. And shout out to Kelsey also, who's been helping us on the creative side of things. It's been a really good experience. I'm glad we have a smaller team. I see these teams with like 5, 6, 7 team members, and I think that can get a bit confusing with all these conflicting strategies and styles of gameplay. But I think we're a very focused group, and I think that we're going to do really well. And I think my fellow tribute is a newer player, and I think we bring a good balance to this game.
So what has it been like making connections or reconnecting with some people that you may already know in the community, and kind of forging that through your mentor?
It's been very interesting because I think, International 1 was sort of right at the beginning of when the whole pregame discussion started, right? And it was very, very stressful. And it was every day, hours and hours, and just like talking about what was going to happen in game. But I'm actually very happy that we were able to take a step back and sort of follow the lead of our mentors because I think my mentor is well connected, but not overly so. So I think he sort of has that perfect balance of like connecting with the right players, but not sticking out as too much of a target.
Great. Well, I'm really excited to see you play again, and I really hope whatever the outcome is, because I think it will be a brutal and a random game, just like the Hunger Games, but I hope whatever the outcome is, you do prove that you belong here, because I think you do. And I think
Absolutely.
we know you do. Right.
I appreciate it, and I just want to say, Head Game Maker, you said my name perfectly.
Yes, okay. I was you notice I wasn't saying it a lot because I'm like, I don't want to fuck this up again. I've been practicing. I don't want to slip.
You got it this time.
I'm gonna keep working on it. But yes. So so excited to see you. Thank you so much. And thank you for your dedication to this game.
Thank you. Yeah, we hope to see you kill it tomorrow.
Yay.
Literally. So
You guys, I love you all.
Love you too.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right. What a night. Now to top it all off, to be our cherry.
Last but not
have our final tribute. Hello, Angelica.
Hello.
Welcome back to StreamYard. How's it going?
Sorry, I'm just volunteering at a local District 1 bar, so just trying to close them up for the night, help them out.
Yeah, well, that's so touching, and I think it's very, that's very District 1.
Thank you.
So Angelica, what do I want to ask you? So, as one of the only individuals to place as runner-up, then to come back and win, do you see that as proof that you follow through on your threats?
Yeah, I think if one thing I've proved in this game is that I follow through on my threats. Even playing as a gorilla, they knew I was going to follow through on my threats.
Yes, and that was just the other day, and you managed to to make it there undercover. Isn't that such a testament to do you think that's a testament to your great, strategic game that you're able to do that masked without a reputation?
Fuck what everybody else thinks, right? That's what I think.
Yeah, I am always such a fan of watching you play, Angelica. Like you bring entertainment, you bring gameplay, you bring personality. So I hope to see you bring all of that tomorrow. And what I want to know is, how are you going to because I feel like, people know you. You're a presence in this community. And how are you going to make it to be that last person standing alive with this target on your back, with this big threat level?
I think I want to change it up a little bit for this game. I think I have to. I think it's the only way. I want to play. I want the chance to play. I want to have fun. I don't want to be taken out just because of my target, because I do plan on playing a different game than normal. And without giving away everything, I think I need to be way more loyal. And because I think that that's not a strong suit of mine in my past games. And I'd like to see how that works out for me. The tricky part about that is that I'm communicating only through my mentor, right? So because of that, whisper down the lane, I haven't done much pre-gaming. So any loyalties I have, I need to show in-game.
Yeah.
So
And sorry.
Talk a little bit about your mentor. Can you tell us more about how that experience has been in regards to your mentor and how they've influenced how you're coming to
What was your reaction to learning that your mentor was Mallory?
I was very excited that my mentor was Mallory. I connect a lot with the last tribute just said, where he talked about getting to a Final Four and thinking that, like, this is it. Everybody knows my name. And then getting out of that game and, like, being like, no, baby girl, no, they don't. And that's how I felt in my first game. I did go far. But it you know what? It takes more than that. It takes coming back and challenging yourself over and over again. But I will say, when I got out of that first game and I was looking for that, the first tweet I saw was from Mallory. So that is the first positive thing I had ever seen said about me in this game was from her. So when I saw that she was my mentor, I could not be happier. I couldn't be happier.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
So you when you volunteered, you'd said that you'd been training for months. What did those months of training entail? What did you take away from your training that you're like, this is it. This is my weapon. This is my strategy. This is where I'm going.
Well, I think like all careers going into this game, we have a knowledge of the weaponry that is expert. We know what weapons to use. It's just if we use them right and correctly and when to use them. Especially with this format that our game, we don't know what the game maker is going to throw at us. So I believe that we will be challenged to our fullest because we think we know what to do. But do we? So yeah, I find, first of all, who's your in-game showman, Jacob Sparks? Because you're my district partner. It better fucking be me.
What happens if it isn't Angelica?
What? Well, then they got to at least let me watch.
I'm done. I'm telling you, this Hunger Games cast is a messy, essy, Bessie, and I am here for it.
And I'm here for it. Yes.
What else, Angelica? Anything else?
I had trained really hard for this game in particular. This past week has been training session after training session after training session. Some late night training sessions I've had this week in just, with random generators, a lot of them. But they so many training sessions. And I will say it's been a frustrating week of getting real close, but not getting far enough. So I want to say, if I look like that big juicy target to you going into the game, guess again, because I've sat in 3 Final Threes and I've only won one of them. So odds are you're going to beat me. Give me a round.
Ooh. Come on, pitches. And so why don't you make a pitch for yourself right now? Potential sponsors are watching. Why should they back up you? Why should they sponsor you? Make your pitch for yourself, please.
Why should they sponsor me in the game?
Yeah.
Because I promise to deliver things they've never seen before from me.
Woo! I'm getting all tingly. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. Oh my God, my nipples are hard.
Well, Angelica, what a great way to end the night.
Beautiful.
I think you and this cast are going to, like you said, deliver things that we've never seen before. And I'm so excited to see what you do with this game.
My employees would clock in correctly, I would be able to talk to you easier, but nobody did. Sorry. Yeah, I'm volunteering. I'm in District 1. I don't need to work. This is just out of the kindness of my heart, which I'd like to stress to the rest of the tributes. I will be playing this game I will learn to be peaceful while I keep my knife at my side, is kind of my motto going into this game.
Okay. All right. Well, Angelica, we'll let you get back to that. And you're hopefully a night of sleep and tranquility. But thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Good luck. You're going to kill it.
Angelica. Wow. And we did it.
Wow.
24 tributes, about 3 hours. One more hour than I planned. But thank you so much to our viewers, to our tributes, to our wonderful hosts that have joined me tonight, Muna and Dash, our Capital TV.
Just what we've seen. People coming here for fame, star-crossed lovers. People are potentially locked up right now. We have no idea what's going on.
That situation, so people under distress, people coming to prove something, lovers, mayhem, loyalty, tears.
Wow.
We got it all. If we aren't the show, I don't know what this is. So
tomorrow is a game like we've never seen before, and y'all, everybody needs to tune in because wow, it's gonna be a game of the century.
And
it's truly so fresh, and it's giving me everything that my heart desires. So I am so excited. This cast is incredible. Game Maker, thank you for having us.
Yes.
Such a blast.
Thank you for joining me. And one last thing before we sign off, we just want to say to our wonderful audience, we're going to refer to you as sponsors. You don't have to pay anything, but tomorrow, tune in. There might be a few polls. There might be a way that you can influence the game. So the mentors are going to be fighting for you. They're all going to be on Podquester Mini, rotating in and out to try to vie for your vote for their tribute. And tomorrow, training scores will be released.
Ooh.
So that's something to look forward to. And if you don't know, training scores 12 is the highest. That means they're the best to bet on. They're the biggest target going into the game. And then 1 is the opposite of that. Both with their different pros and cons, but that's something to look forward to tomorrow before the game. And then otherwise, just tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern on Sequester Access.
And to the tributes, may the odds be ever in your favor.
Yes.
Happy Hunger Games, everyone.
Happy Hunger Games.
Happy Hunger Games.
Good night.